I'll hit the button. Cool. I think we're on session 22. No, 12. 13? Fuck me. Too many games.
I think
Anyway,
it's I think it's 12.
you
I
can't
think you
trust the
said you
YouTube
did.
videos because they're not up to date.
Well, you sort of said before I joined that you already had 10 sessions, so
Yeah, that's an
but
estimate. This is approximately 10.
okay.
Uh, I
Well,
mean,
I'm
if
going to
we,
hold it against you now.
if we're counting for Rio and company, we're at session like 90 or something. Like if we
Fair
count it
enough.
that way. Um. Anyway, does anybody remember how we got where we are?
We dropped in there, down the hole.
Yep.
So Durham warped us to the water.
I mean, he got you to the right level, so at least there's that.
Yeah, now we're in
Um,
the open with no idea of where we're going or what we're doing. Perfect.
Yeah, and have no idea what we're in for. It's awesome.
So a
Yep.
bear ran off to the left, and there's stuff further down to, I guess, would be the south.
If you can,
If
so
north is up.
way further south, our newest player is already here. So just, use your suspension of disbelief to not see their part of the map until we get there.
Okay.
If
Well, Anvar
that's
can see pretty far off, right?
Well, I'm just saying everybody's token vision is shared. So if you scroll far enough down, you'll literally see a chunk of the map that you guys haven't been through
Okay.
yet.
Well,
Um,
in last map it was obvious there was some land down that way.
yeah. But yeah, so the river here continues south. You guys can make out. Just to describe this bit, I'm going to give you another description in a second. But do y'all remember why you came to this level particularly? Has anybody forgotten that?
They were looking for a druid who I know nothing about, but it was part of some investigation.
Yeah, so the druid basically knows. So, okay. This is from, uh, Liz. So it's all started with Liz trying to go to the City of the Dead and trying to figure out there were some weird things going on in the City of the Dead. And so it was like, okay, went to the heroes and said, hey, can you help us? I'm just going to give you this. Is going to be a really, really brief why we're here. We went through, did some stuff there at the City of the Dead. We realized this is way out of our league, and we have no idea what we're dealing with. So we were trying to find out information. Went to what what's the book place called again?
Candlekeep. Candlekeep.
So we went to Candlekeep to try and find out information. We got a little information, but not really nearly enough what we needed. The only other option we had was to go see the Druid, which somebody had told us about before we even went to Candlekeep. But we were like, yeah, let's not go into Undermountain until we know that we can't get that information somewhere else. And turns out we can't, so now we're in Undermountain.
Okay.
Cool.
And just from my understanding, Candlekeep's actually in Waterdeep somewhere.
No, it's like 3 days away from Waterdeep.
Okay, thank you.
Canonically, it's actually way further than that, but I decided it was more fun to have Candlekeep
Grim
nearby.
doesn't like doing fights along the way. He doesn't like, any unnecessary things or role playing.
Who needs to roll for role play outcomes? And,
yeah.
None
of that.
We've been doing plenty of role play.
I
just don't want to roll random encounters against level 4 bandits for you guys. It seems like a waste of time.
I knew he.
that's what you think.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Here you go. Oh, bandits have attacked you. What would you like to do next?
And
So here, hold on. Wait for it. I'd like to try and talk my way out of it and ask them if there's anything we can do for them.
So they came running past the bear. They're They seem very disturbed. One of them says, "Yeah, we've been down here for days after coming down through, and we were trying to shoot one of the elks, and then a couple of giant trees just came lumbering after us. Do you know how to get out of here?"
Yeah, we do. If you just follow us, if you come with us, we can absolutely get you out of here.
And they look you up and down. Deception. It's a deception roll. Okay, let me check the passive insight on a yep, I think you passed. They believe you. So they're looking around. You notice their clothes are a bit tattered, and they look pretty hungry and tired. So they accept your offer, and let's see here. Let's give
How
these
long have you been
bandits.
down here?
They explain that they've been down here for about a week, and we're going to call these bandits. We're gonna give them some names. Gonna have
Do I see any fish in the river or anything? Or like
Yes.
anything that looks edible?
There are definitely fish in the river. That you could probably you'd have to catch them, but you can definitely see in the river. There are aquatic creatures swimming back and forth.
Oh, it's not going to catch it.
We may not want to go gathering food here just because of who we're trying to talk to.
I mean, they look really hungry. We can at least try.
There, they explain that their names are Dorothy, Toto, and Leroy.
All right, is
And-
it nature or is it survival for fishing?
For fishing,
It'd
probably
be
survival. Would be survival. How are you trying to fish? Is my main question.
So I have some stuff with me. Let's see.
Bear handling. Fish tickling.
Well, I was going to say also she's able to just make things. I have the also. I can make darts and stuff like that. So
Do you have good berry?
do I have what?
Do you have good berry? Because if you have that, just cast that spell and make them eat a berry. It's supposed to be nourishing for a day.
No, I don't have.
You're thinking
one.
she's a druid that helps other people.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I did heal somebody for the first time. I've been playing D&D for almost 5 years, and I healed someone for the first time like 2 months ago.
Well, you're making me feel better about my spell choices then.
We're pushing Liz out of her comfort zone by making her heal people as a druid once in a while. Okay,
Liz
so
is
you.
supposed to be good. I told you this. I warned you. I said, I'll be good. Or no, I think I'm actually neutral, but I'm really bad at neutral. Neutral I can do. Good I
She's
can't
really,
do.
really good at being evil.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so my brother is texting me. What is he saying? Sorry, I'm just gonna look this real quick. Oh, fucking Face ID. What did he say? Can't play tonight. Take care.
My phone doesn't have Face ID.
I got a new. Well, Joe knows this. I got a new iPhone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that does sound depressing.
Well, I gave up the fight. Everybody else in my entire family has iPhones, so I just gave up because now.
Oh, that's like my dad. He has an Android, and we're like, you're making this so much more difficult for all of us.
Now, all of you are making it difficult for him. Anyway.
You know the new iPhone model's coming out like next week, right?
I don't care.
I think they just announced it.
Yeah, they announced it like 2 weeks after I bought mine. I count
Spoiler
on
alert, it's going to be just like the last one.
Yeah, it's maybe it'll have a headphone jack again. That'd be fantastic.
That's never coming back. But I've got to say, I have the iPhone. I had the iPhone SE, and then I have the iPhone SE 2020. Those both were the best decisions.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, I guess, take a short rest. Liz crafts. Are you crafting a blowgun? I guess is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, you have a blowgun. I guess if anybody had any short rest abilities that could be restored, go for it. But I'm pretty sure you came here in the morning and have expended 0
Yeah,
resources.
it was like first thing in the relatively first thing in the morning. Like this is what 9:30, so 10:30 now.
Yeah, it's like 10:30 in the morning. Uh, so you have your blowgun.
Oh, I'm blowing darts in the water whenever I see a fish.
So you rolled
How are
an
you going to hit
11.
a freaking fish with a blow dart?
That's the fun of it.
Let's see here. For
Sometimes
reasons
better not
that
to
I
ask.
know, for reasons, roll a d6. Okay,
Awesome.
you get one blind river fish uh, after your session of blow darting.
And I'm
It,
gonna give it to our new friend.
and they will look at it thankfully, and Dorothy will tie it on Toto's pack, uh, or what's left of Toto's pack, and they promise that once we make camp, assuming those trees aren't still chasing them, they will cook it up and share it with everybody. Um, and they're
So I'm
kind
going
of
to ask him like what these trees chasing them looked like. Like, do they have faces? Do they have arms? Are they like just trees that can move? Are they trees that are rooted in place? Like, what are these trees that you're talking about? I've never seen a tree chase someone.
yeah. So I'm going to take a step back and re-describe the place you're in, just to get that out of the way, and then answer your tree question because they're related. Uh, so you're standing on the bank of this river, and you're all mostly dry now. The cavern that you find yourself in, the ceilings, uh, the walls of the cavern are natural cavern walls, but they ascend upwards until about 30 feet above the ground. It disappears, kind of fades off into a sky. Um, it is about 10:30 in the morning. You can see from kind of the spot you're in, it looks like the sun is rising from somewhere to the east of you, which doesn't make any sense. It's stuck behind a cloud. You can make out a bunch of trees of various types. There's oaks, some pine trees. It looks like this is a temperate bordering on jungle type forest area. All the trees you can see appear to be actual trees that you would expect to see in a jungle. Um, so you're basically in a cave where there is no ceiling. Uh, and all the sounds you hear in the background, if you have sound on, there are birds and the sounds of animals. Uh, every once in a while, a breeze comes by you, which is somewhat confusing. Um, and as you look at this, uh, so with that description kind of out of the way, Dorothy and Toto and Leroy explain that the trees were just uh, they were just like we were walking and there were some deer further to the south by all the ruins in this place, and we tried to chase one, and two of the trees, they looked like normal trees, and they just kind of, the roots shifted and pulled out of the ground and they started chasing us. Um, and I mean not quickly, but like they were coming at us. So we hightailed it and ran into all of you. So they just some the trees here. I don't know if they're all trees, but they look like trees.
You have the worst nature rolls for a druid I've ever seen.
Yeah, so I want to know if I know anything with 5.
Um, so you're pretty sure that there can be magical trees, but you don't. Uh, you read some stories about this once, Lolly. But for those nature rolls, yeah, neither of you really. This is not ringing any bells. You're just like,
Neither of you have a fucking clue.
yeah.
So
I mean,
Anvar asks, what does the ruins look like?
Oh yeah. So down in the south of this big cave. I mean, this place is huge. There's like a whole bunch of ruined buildings far to the south. It looks like it might have been like a church or something a long time ago, and then there's a bunch of crumbling marble walls that kind of divide the place up. It's almost like somebody built a church inside a castle, or a church inside a bunch of walls, but like the walls have all fallen down all over, so they don't stop anything. But like there's a guardhouse just to the south of here. There's a couple of gates. There's a really crazy ornate tower right in the main cavern. Like, I guess if you guys are going in and we're following you, you're gonna see it pretty soon. But like, somebody used to live here, like a long time ago.
So if we look around, do we see anyone else or any other like fires or like a campfire smoke or anything like that?
So from where you are,
Or any
you
signs of life other than like nature?
Oh, well, we saw that bear run off, right?
yeah, the bear ran off. Um, da, 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 da. So as you look around, you do notice kind of down here.
Yes.
Um, you notice there is a wooden sign, uh, kind of hammered into the stone of the cavern wall, and it has written on it in three different languages, no less: Common, Draconic, and Elvish. Uh, uh, for those who can read those, it says, "Behold Willow's wood, harm not, lest ye be harmed." I'm assuming you walk down the beach far enough to see that, but there's a sign down there that says that. And from where you are, you can see the river flows south. I don't know exactly. I think you can probably just make out in the distance to the south some of those crumbling marble walls after that first bend in the river. Uh, Off to the west, it looks like the cavern opens up pretty considerably after you pass through the little narrow part in front of you. You can hear still that black bear rummaging around in that area. Uh, I think that's what you guys can make out from where you are.
Anvar says he would like to check out the church before we leave.
So,
Where was the bear at?
Off to the west,
how far to the west?
So,
you'd
Like
have
we
to
can
chase it to
still hear
find
it.
out. Like you can hear it, but it could be 50 feet away. It could be 150 feet away. But you can hear occasional sounds of a bear making vocalizations and the sound of a creature moving through uh, a
So
big
what?
heavy creature walking around.
Because I just cast speak with animals.
Um. Okay. Well, you have to go find the bear if you
Okay,
want
great.
to
I'm
talk
gonna
to it.
go walk up and find the bear.
Okay. So you walk in this cavern. Opens up a bit here. The features you can make out. You do spot the bear as you come around the corner. It's kind of on a pathway that winds through here. The main feature in this area of the cave is uh, a little mound in the center of this cavern, uh, just over here, that looks like it has some cairns and burial spots. Nothing fancy or ornate, but it quite obviously looks like it is a uh, small graveyard. and the bear is down to the southwest, kind of rummaging around in some bushes over here.
Right, if I see him, I'm gonna walk up to him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be like just a little ways away.
Okay. Are you trying to walk up non-threateningly?
Yeah, just walking up, like, like hands up, just like, oh, there's nothing.
Can you give me an animal handling check?
Oh, that's true. What?
Animal handling check. I know those words have never been said in 2 years, but
No, they have. They actually have, because
okay.
when we wrote the dinosaurs, like the first or second session.
So 2 years ago, yeah, okay. Okay, so as you walk up, yeah, the bear initially reacts pretty warily after the splashing and crawling out of the river. It was not very trusting of you, but as you walk up, you manage to do so non-threateningly enough that it returns to rooting around in the bushes. Looks like it's trying to hunt down some berries or something.
Oh, wait, so can you repeat that? I muted us for a second.
You manage to not scare the bear, and it is rooting around in the bushes. It's aware of you walking up to it and is not really paying attention to you now. It's trying to find some food.
Well, I'm just gonna like talk kind of loudly and say, "Oh, what's happened here?"
And the bear kind of starts up and looks at you confusedly, not used to lizards talking to them. Yeah, and in bear speak, grunts out, no, happened. People come and go, but nothing happening. There's scary things off west, but forest is home. Forest is good.
Where are scary things?
It lifts its snout and gestures off to the southwest. It says, "Metal gate. Uh, angry things behind gate."
What do they look like? Are they big and scary, or are they more shadowy, or are they more? What do they look like?
Uh, blah 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 blah. The bear says, uh, shape hard, shape changing all the time. Uh, scary because thing is just thing, then thing is monster.
Monster like me, or monster uh, like flying big, or something different?
Um, I have to go look at a picture real quick. Because I don't remember what these look like. Because I'm that good at doing this. That's the wrong way. There we go. It says, like big bat, no fur, sharp teeth, bigger than
Big
bear.
bat, and then I like motion like flying.
And it says, don't know if flying or not. Don't go that close.
That's understandable. Has anybody been hurt or anything been hurt by it?
Uh,
And is there only one or is there many?
and it looks slightly confused. It's like trying to think about quantities in its head because this is a bear. Um, and it says, well, things go through gate, things don't come out. Lots of sounds. Many, and it looks like it's kind of struggling with the concept of counting.
Um. So how bigger than normal bat? And then I go like really small, and then like flap my arms, and then versus like trying to be really big and flap my arms.
And it
And then
says,
is it bigger than that tree over here, like behind me?
um, cave too small for tree, bigger than bear.
Okay. Um. And I'll just say, I'll be back in just a minute. I'll
The
just
bear
tell
just
him.
returns to rooting around in the berry bush at that.
And I'm gonna go over to the group of everybody and tell them what I know about, these large bat things being at the metal gate and all that stuff, and if there's anything else they want me to ask the bear before we decide what to do.
Maybe describe the person you're looking for and ask the bear if he knows where to find him.
Okay. I'll go back over to the bear. And then I'll just say, well, I mean, I don't even think I know what the guy really looks like other than an old druid.
It's a druid named Wyllow. You know that. This is the Willow Wood. I think Durnan had covered that up with
Yeah,
you
so
guys.
I'll ask, do you know a person? And then I'll point to like, I mean, I don't even think we know what kind. I don't even know if we know if
We
they're
don't know what.
humanoid or not. So I'll just say, do you know Wyllow or Willow Wood?
Um,
And I'll say maybe they can talk to you like I'm talking to you.
uh, Bear says, Willow live in tower, but Willow not come out. Long time. Uh, big tower, bats on it. Willow lived there.
Are you and Willow friends or have been friendly or have talked?
And it looks at you kind of quizzically and just says, "This is Willow Wood. Everyone like Willow."
Okay. Is the tower behind Big Gate with bats?
No, pass gate. Go to broken wall. You see bats. Lots of many bats on tower. Bats leave you alone, but tower with bats, Willow Tower.
And then I'll just look out and say thank you. And then I'll say enjoy your berries. And I'll walk. And then I'll come back up and tell everybody.
And at this point, the three bedraggled adventurers are looking at you after watching you speak in bear as a lizard person for a while. They're just all kind of like looking at each other like, did we do the right thing?
And I'll say, oh, yeah, we found out what's going on in this area, and it seems that there's a druid around here who really has, I don't know if it's even control, but is oversees this area.
And Lolly will look over at him and be like, quite useful to have a companion who speaks to the animals around us, eh?
Anvar, before he leaves this area, is going to say a prayer for the spirits that are buried here to continue resting in peace.
I think Toto, Leroy, and Dorothy are basically just tagging along with the three of you at this point. They look completely outclassed and are basically along for the ride. Let me check something real quick on the map because I want to make sure I do this right. There, from there. Okay. So they explained that they actually came down the river the same way you guys did. They just followed the river down from the previous level. Um, the previous level, they note, was full of. They basically were dodging some drow and a fair amount of. Let's see here. Bats and some weird creature that lived in the lake up there. And they just eventually they were trying to run away from the drow, followed the river down here, and they had headed south. They can also tell you that they also saw a tower covered in a bunch of giant bats, and that was after they passed the tower. That's about as far as they got. They could see what they thought was a church in the distance, and that's when they decided to try and hunt some food because it looked pretty safe. And that is when they got attacked by the trees. So they can kind of corroborate that, yeah, there's a metal gate they saw, but they were hightailing it back out. And they're happy to follow you. They're not sure if they'll be allowed to go back in if you guys are planning on heading back the way they ran out of. They're going to be pretty cautious.
Lottie's going to ask them if they can lead us in the direction of the tower.
Sure. So they'll come down over here. Wow, that's some lag. Oh boy. So yeah, as you guys get to this little cataract, I think you can probably can you see? So you can just make out. I'm pinging way far south. Well, that's interesting. What is that showing you? That's showing you that. Oh wow, this map is even bigger than I thought. So you guys can make out couple like 100 feet or so to the south through the woods. You can't quite see it from where you're at, but so like right here where I'm pinging at the very edge of your vision, there's a pond. It looks like, and they say that the tower is probably 50 to 100 feet south of that pond, next to a marble wall that crosses the whole area.
Okay. Well. Do we want to head down that direction, everyone?
Sure. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah, we might as well while we're already close by. Nah.
So as Anvar and anybody else who comes through here, as you come in here, you can see. I'm just going to move you a little bit further forward just to reveal a little bit of map.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. Let's do this.
You might have to move me to one side or the other.
Holy cats! Look at the walling they did on this map. That's nuts. Okay, I'm not going to adjust that on the fly. So to your east, the hard shapes that you see, kind of where I'm gonna ping, that's about a 20-foot tall marble wall that heads south, and then you can make out over the wall. There's a guardhouse that raises a little higher, just a bit further to the south, so you can kind of see the roof of it. Um, and you can see that the trail that you guys are following does branch off to the west, and right where I'm pinging here is where you can see an iron gate set into another moss-covered iron or another moss-covered marble archway that kind of blocks off the cave. Um, and then further to the south, you can just make out another chunk of wall with many gaps in it that will make more sense as you get closer to it, and the trees obscure your vision less.
And we want to go to the south to get to the tower, right? At this point.
The tower is to the south.
So
as you
Anvar isn't throwing caution to the wind while doing this, so he's moving at a normal pace.
Yeah, so you can see now there are actually two guardhouses, one almost directly to the east of you and one to the southeast of you. I'm kind of pinging them on the
Okay.
map. They're two large windowless guardhouses. They have slate covered roofs that just rise a bit above these marble walls that connect all of them together. Directly to your west is where that iron gate set in the marble archway is. Um, yeah. I think you can see the crumbling wall is what's blocking your vision to the south, basically.
Okay.
Because when your sight line kind of stops, that's where the crumbling wall is.
Okay. Well, they made a lot of effort to make sure everything had shadows.
Yeah, they walled the heck out of this. It's both impressive and frustrating at the same time.
So there's a
Um,
gate here, right?
yeah, they did something with the walls that is a little wonky, and I was gonna delete it, but they're really freaking complicated. Here, let
No, I can
me.
see a door and everything. Like it's
Oh, okay,
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
There's just the way they set up these walls is kind of weird because they put them so close that it's kind of hard to see some of the detail. But all the white edges are the marble walls that you can't see over. Um. Anyway, learning experiences when using other maps. Anvar, as you kind of get near that pond, two of the trees there both uh, kind of rustle and move, and you hear a grinding sound that's something like a voice say,
Okay.
"Welcome to the forest. What are you doing here?"
Thank you. My name's Anvar. We're here to meet. We would like to speak with Wyllow.
Hmm. And the other tree says, "Willow has been indisposed for some time, but her tower is just to the southwest. Please, if you want to stay here," and it looks, the two trees kind of manage to convey that they are looking at Toto, Dorothy, and Leroy. Uh, Let nature take its course on its own. Do not interfere, or we will have to take measures to prevent that.
Are you angry at something?
Again, you get the impression that the trees are looking at the 3 other adventurers you found, and they say, "Do not hunt in this forest."
If they make a promise not to do any further hunting and leave with us, will you be okay with that?
We will watch you.
I look at the 3 and say, is that acceptable to you to not do any hunting here?
And they're like, nope, we're done hunting. We didn't know, simple mistake. I think we missed the sign." And Dorothy's just like, "We were hungry. But no, we're done. We won't. We're good. We'll behave."
Anvar will pull out 3 days worth of rations and hand one to each of them.
They just start digging into them. Like, they've got the fish, but they'll just start digging into them.
I look at one of the trees that was doing the speaking and say, well, hopefully this will resolve the issue.
And the tree just kind of sways a little bit in what you perceive as maybe a nod or a shrug, as much as a tree can do that. Liz, at this point, you would realize these are awakened trees. Now that you have seen them and putting it together with what the 3 had said, if these trees were in fact chasing them, these are probably awakened trees. In a druidic forest, that seems to be quite plausible.
So what do I know about them?
So awakened things are just creatures or plants that usually a druid or sometimes some other magic user grant sentience. And then based on what the creature is and how much effort the druid usually puts into it, it determines like how much capacity they have to do stuff. But like an awakened tree can kind of move around and obviously talk and think. Um, an awakened beetle might not be that interesting, but like it's basically a sentient tree that can, I mean, as you know now, can talk. But this is definitely within the realm of something that you're almost kind of like, oh, how did I not realize that? We're in a druid's grove. Like earlier, you just kind of had a brain fart because you rolled a
Okay.
5.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Like, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, awakened trees. That's what those are. But yeah, seeing them move and talk, you're definitely, it clicks for you. Lolly, this is probably wonderful for you. I don't know what Lolly thinks about this, but you're seeing trees talk, so there you go.
So I'm gonna ask Anvar to come back, and I can just say, I could go scout everything and see what's going on up ahead of us. And I'm
It
talking
seems
about
like
it, but I'm
if we
just
stay non-threatening, we shouldn't have
asking
any problems.
things
But
about
if you want to scout first, go for it.
I think Lolly would say more information is always good, but are you sure you'll be safe?
Is anyone ever sure they're gonna be safe?
Well put. The nature of
I,
investigation is often dangerous. I support scouting around. As I said, more information is almost always better.
So are you gonna scout ahead? Are you muted?
Yeah, we muted you.
You're the worst.
Oh.
So are you scouting ahead, or what do you want to
Yeah,
do?
I'm gonna scout ahead. I'm gonna turn into a giant eagle.
A giant what?
Eagle.
Oh, okay, cool.
Eagle.
Fun. I'm gonna move you around. Are you going to the south, or where do you want to go? Because I can move you around a lot easier than you can.
Yeah, I want to kind of go south. I just want to scope out the whole area, and I know the tower isn't super high, but I just want to see like what's up ahead of us altogether.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move you around a little bit and tell you some things, and then bring you back. And if there's anything you want to do more, I will go from there. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna move you here. So there is a brownish. Let me get the description. So off right over here, where I'm pinging, there is a stone tower carved to look like a tree with a bunch of giant bats that are sleeping, hanging all around it. You're pretty sure that's the tower. It has 3 levels, and as the levels get higher, there's literally like the stone has been hewn away to make stone branches that jut out on the higher levels. That is what all the bats are hanging from. Um, the the carving is fantastic, and I mean, if it weren't stone, it would look like a giant tree. It's a weird thing, but it's exquisite uh, carving. McShoot, to your question, I think you just came all the way down through the prior floors. Does that make sense? You're on floor 5, and I can kind of narrate some of that in the future. But does that
Yep.
work for you?
Thanks. Yep.
Um, there's a couple ways you could have gotten here. I think I'll probably solve that between this section and next section, besides just you were working your way down from the Yawning Portal Tavern. Um, so then heading further south, as you fly over this, you see a bunch of rough stone caves hewn in to your right. You can't really see into them, but they're obviously man-made. But there's a bunch of caves there. As you come further south, you can see. I'm just going to move you a whole bunch further because a couple things are going to become really obvious. There's various wildlife in here. You pass over some brown bears, some elk, and another little black bear. Um, this whole area to your southwest. Let me do this. I'm gonna move you through some stuff because there is a old priory here. Um, the roof is intact. There's a couple different buildings. I'm just gonna kind of move you through the pathways so that you can see kind of how far this goes. I'm just kind of swapping in and out to make sure I don't open anything for you. But there are a bunch of buildings down here. Hey, here we go. Whee!
Oh my god, there's like a wall. And are these like caves basically?
So there's buildings surrounded by caves.
Okay.
So like there's a basically somebody built this priory. Um, this and it looks pretty run down and ramshackle. There's some evidence that it's being upkept to a small degree. Um, you don't. I know I'm passing you by some caves, but you're above, so you can't really see in them. But you can make out that so the priory is all the harsh geometric stuff here. All around the priory, you can make out that there's stone walls with caves hewn into them. And then I'm just gonna swing you over here. Oh, that's interesting. You do see as you fly over this. There appears to be a man in plate armor engaged in conversation with a green dragon on top of this marble wall. They seem to both just be talking to each other. And let's see what else. Let me reveal some of the river that you would see from a flyby. The river continues on. The platform that the green dragon is on with that man. And don't mind those tokens down there. They're not supposed to be there. The black little hood tokens, those are not actually there. I just had to put something somewhere for a bit. There is a cave that heads off to the east from a marble bridge coming off of the wall and the platform where the dragon is. And take you back. Come on. Oh, we're doing the thing. Take you up this way. Whee, there's a little rowboat next to another small cave entrance by the river. And this map is so big. I'm going to fly you back over this way. You can make out the two guardhouses. So one of the guardhouses, the southern guardhouse, is kind of positioned to guard the entrance to the river. That north guardhouse looks like it enters into a densely forested area that is incredibly overgrown. And there does seem to be some rustling or movement of the trees behind that wall. And I think that's just about everything. I'll pause there.
Did it seem like I saw? It looks like I mean I saw where the tower and everything was, but did I see like an entrance to it and everything too?
Oh yeah, it has. On the south side, there's just a big double door.
Okay, no, I was just making
yeah.
sure I saw
Yep.
it all.
You can like walk up, or well, you can walk up and investigate the door, I guess. So I think there's also a cave that goes off to the west that I did not fly you down. Unless you
But
want me
wasn't
to.
there like a couple of cave entrances?
There's like a big cavern off to the west,
Okay.
north of the tower. So if you pass by the north side of the tower, there is a. It's fairly obvious that there's another large cavern area over there. To the south of the Druid Tower, there is a bunch of small caves hewn into very roughly into the cavern wall there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell everybody kind of what I saw and um, that it looks like there was a pretty accessible entrance. There's some caves around that might be worth exploring. I didn't go into those. That there's a river on the side, but that in the what did you call that area where the dragon and the armored man is?
It's there's like a the wall expands out into a large platform, and
Okay.
there's a small building on the top of the platform, and then a bridge that extends past the platform to the east into a entrance to what you would assume is more caves on the far east side of the map.
So tell them that I saw that too on the other side. Um, and I mean, I like where we are right now. Kind of advise staying away from that. So I just want to never be aware that that's there.
Nice. Interesting. Maybe we should go talk to the guy with the dragon.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to go to the tower first and at least talk to the person while we're here?
I would think see if we see how we feel about maybe going to the tower first, seeing if there's any other red flags that I couldn't see flying above. Um, yeah. Oh, and needless to say, I'm not an eagle anymore. I'm just gonna say I'm not like.
Just walking at it.
Yeah, no, so I'm not doing that. I came out of wild shape. Anyways, then I think that we should at least try for the tower first, and then if we don't feel like, or when we get into some trouble, we can go over and talk to the dragon. Because what color dragon was it?
It was a green dragon. It looked like it was talking to a knight, or it was somebody in really ornate armor, and they were just it from above. It looked like they were talking to each other. There was no hostility happening.
Okay. Well, then I'll tell them it was green dragon, and it seemed like they were fine together and all that. So I think we should go to the tower first, but the dragon did seem pretty friendly, for as far as I know. Hard to say though.
Does Anvar know anything about green dragons?
I guess everybody would, from legend, know that generally speaking, metallic dragons are the good dragons, and green drag or
Chromatic.
chromatic. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Chromatic dragons are generally pretty vicious and evil. It would strike, I think, all of you as odd to hear about a dragon just talking to a knight, especially a green one. That does not seem like how most of the legends about talking to dragons goes. Usually you would expect somebody to be talking to a metallic dragon, not a chromatic one.
So there's a mystery there. And potentially danger. I'm okay with either way. Either going to see what's up with the dragon and the knight first, or going to deal with the tower. It seems like since the tower was our purpose, it might make sense to go there first, but
Yes, I would think so. That is exactly why we came down here. I think that's where we should be going.
All right. Lolly will agree with that, and let's go off to the tower.
Liz is bound and determined. She's been going around with these people for a while, and this is all she's come for.
Wow, that is just so much lag. Let's do this.
Because it's having to load everything.
Well, I'm just deleting a bunch of the tree walls because it looks cool, but it's really making moving around hurt. So I'm just gonna delete a bunch of tree walls real quick, so it's not trying to render a bajillion tree shadows. Because there's a lot of trees on them. I'm just shocked at how much effort somebody put into putting all of these tree walls in. Wow.
yeah, what they didn't think
Trying
about
to make
was
it hyper realistic, Graham.
they just didn't think it through on how everybody would handle it on seeing it if you had large numbers, or even not so large numbers.
Wow, yeah, I can scroll around the map way faster already, so hopefully your performance will improve as I kill a bunch of these walls. It also doesn't help that everybody has full sight range in here because it's daylight. Anyway, just virtual tabletop problems. Look, your other option... Oh, did I delete those? I just deleted the normal maps. Have you guys ever seen the normal maps for Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
No.
Here you go. Let me do something. This is what the normal map looks like.
Wow, this is a huge area.
So I went... Yeah, this is actually good schematically, Liz, for what you scouted out. It does have value there. So you guys can see the priory to the south, the caves around it. you guys, Liz, you basically scouted almost the entire map besides that place off to the east and the
Nice.
west. But like, yeah, that's what the base map looks like. So I picked maps that look nicer. Yeah, and those are 10-foot hexes with absolutely no detail. So there you go. I got fancy maps because I like fancy maps.
So the tower is right over here, right?
Yeah, tower's right
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
I'd reveal it, but there's nothing about it to reveal. It's a blank space because the tower itself is a separate part of the map.
Okay. And the door's on the south side of it?
Yeah. So I think what I will do is I'm going to grab all of you. Maybe? No, I'm in wall mode because I have to move you to the tower map. So
Oh.
I'm going to cluster you all. I'm going to copy you. And I'm going to paste you way on the south side of the map. And hopefully having 2 sets of token on the map doesn't screw things up. But if you scroll to the south side of the map, the southwest corner, you should see there is now a revealed chunk where you're standing.
Yeah, mine warped there. So
There we go. Why? That's weird. There's the door. There's the front door. It's actually closed, but that's the front door. So there's a 12-foot high arched double door, which you can see in front of you, made out of carved stone. There's a rope hanging next to it. And all over above this tower and the stone boughs of the tree, there are giant bats that appear to be sleeping.
okay. Well, Anvar's going to first appreciate the stonework on the tower before he does anything else, because it seems like a dwarf thing to do.
Can you give me a history roll?
Sure, hang on a second. Skills. Do I just... Yep, there we go. Oh, yeah, stellar.
Great. So you do actually recognize the carving as you look at it as dwarven, but beyond that, you're at a loss. You don't recognize what family or clan would have done this.
Okay, well, I'll fix what image I can in my head so that I can ask around in the
Sure.
community at some point. I'm not expecting that I will be able to recall enough for anybody to say, oh, it's so-and-so, but you never know.
Yep.
Let it be known my first roll was a 2.
Get them out of the way early.
That's right. That proficiency bonus paid off.
Yep. So there's a closed door,
With a
very nicely carved,
rope roll.
and a large rope next to it, hanging out from the bough of the tree above.
Should we ring the doorbell? Or knock? Or just open the door?
I believe we should at least attempt to announce ourselves.
I mean, this might be foolish, assuming that the rope is actually a doorbell, but...
Well,
he'll
perhaps we
shrug.
should pull the rope then.
Yeah, he'll shrug, say a prayer to himself real quickly, and then go up to the rope and pull it.
Cool. As you do so,
A bell falls out of the tower and crushes you.
yeah, a giant bell falls on you.
No, I'm just-
No, so a
Sweet, I'm not pained.
A rather melodic, loud bell uh, tolls once. Um, let's see here. McShoot, I'm gonna have you, or Robert, I'm gonna have you do something. If you double click on your character sheet, are you still awake over there?
Yep, sorry, I had to hit the mute button. I have my character sheet up.
So just click on perception to roll a perception check. There you go. And let me do this too. Pa-pow. So both you and the dragon, while you're in conversation, uh, debating some of the finer points, I think maybe. Well, here's a question. What? So you've been talking to this dragon for a while. I know you initially tried to convince it to follow your path, and the dragon has been explaining that it finds your path very interesting and possibly a noble pursuit, but is uh, not interested in following the gods of mortals. Where do you take the conversation from there?
Um, I mean, that's okay. Like, is there any specific kind of thing that I could do to change your mind, or is this you just kind of like not interested at all?
Um, I mean, I'm interested in finding out what you mortals believe, but I'm not going to be swayed by any of your gods. I'm happy for you to continue explaining your ethos to me, and and learning more about it. But I'm quite content where I am and believing what I believe. One thing you've noticed while talking to this dragon that is rather distracting is the hilt of a sword is protruding from the top of this dragon's head. And it doesn't seem to bother the dragon in any way. Like somebody had stabbed it straight in the head with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a thing that the dragon even seems aware of or acknowledges, unless you bring it up. Um,
Um, would I be able to use my religion to be able to tell if there was anything special about it or anything crazy about it, or
I don't think that's the right knowledge skill, unfortunately. So no, and I think the one you would need to roll, you need proficiency in. So
yeah?
it wouldn't even occur to you. Um, and as you're having this conversation, you both hear a bell toll out uh, from some distance away in the forest, and the dragon looks up and over and says, "Oh, it appears Wyllow may have visitors."
Oh wow, you expecting anybody? What's going on? We having a party over here or what?
Uh,
Depends what your definition of a party is.
I don't. I think I don't know if you can actually see everybody over there from where you're at, Robert. Um, but yeah. So the dragon's name is you would know this at this point. It's uh, Tirulai is the name of this dragon. Uh, Tirulai says, "Well, I'm sure Willow can handle visitors on her own. I'm happy to remain here. You're free to do whatever you want."
Oh, that's cool. I'll just let them get. I'm kind of wondering. You in any pain? You feeling okay? You seeing anything that's not there? What's going on?
And the dragon says, "Oh, you're talking about the sword. No, I'm fine. Um, I don't really quite remember how it got there, but it doesn't bother me at all."
Okay, if you want some help getting that out or something, you can just ask. I can give it a try.
And I'm just gonna say Tyr because I'm gonna screw this name up if I say anything else. Tyr just shakes his head and says, I don't see any reason to mess with it now. It's been there as long as I can remember and hasn't caused a problem. I'm more worried that pulling it out would hurt more than leaving it there, since it doesn't hurt right now.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just make sure no one smacks it even further in there. Okay, just be careful with that.
And the dragon chuckles at this a little bit. So over by the tower, I'm gonna hop over. Uh, really? That's ridiculous. Okay. We're gonna do this. Somebody didn't think about something. Me, I didn't think about something. We're gonna make the width 2 by 2. After a few moments over by the tower, update that, open that. The door creaks open as a very large animated statue, uh, almost double life size, of a wizard walks up and opens the door and says, "Oh, hello, visitors. I was not expecting. Well, I guess we're never really expecting anybody, but uh, welcome. I don't know if now is a particularly good time to visit, but can I help you?"
Um, yes. We're here to see Willow, and as far as we've understood, I don't know if there has been a good time to.
Yes, well, the mistress has been indisposed for longer than we would like, but and the statue kind of shudders for a moment and goes silent and says, "Never mind.
Perhaps we could help.
Follow me. She seems like she would like to actually have visitors. Please come in. Come in." And the statue turns around and just starts walking into the tower.
The attempt
Why?
collides with the weak stone wall.
What
What
happened?
just happened?
Oh, is there still a wall there?
Yeah, like it just basically blanked out.
We-
Where are you?
And now we're on level 5.
What? You're on level 5. Where did you go?
We're like right up to the here.
Oh,
The
it
south.
teleported you back out? Because,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we
Okay.
broke the door.
I'm going to try and delete. I didn't make this. I blame the guy who made this. Okay, I'm going to put a bunch of you back down here, and can I just... I'm going to move you straight past, because there's a weird teleport patch there, and I don't know. Oh, I know how it's supposed to work. Okay. Never mind. There, use your tokens that are inside the room.
Okay.
That's the only one I can see anyway.
I'm going to delete the other ones to hopefully remove problems. Okay, there we go.
Big ass.
Yeah, so as you walk into this room, to describe it, this room has a vaulted ceiling, about 20 feet tall. It is got a bunch of pillars carved intricately to look like stone. Um, there is a balcony that runs along the northeast and south walls. There is a very large cat with some tendrils seated by one of the pillars, and in the west side of the room, uh, there is a crystal throne. Uh, Anvar, you would recognize this as pretty exquisite dwarven craftsmanship. Um, it looks like some band of dwarves at some point carved this very elaborate druid themed space. Um, Seated on the throne and almost So seated on the throne is an elven woman. But the woman, she looks like she was once probably quite beautiful. Now she is emaciated, and there are tendrils and vines coming from behind the throne, snaking into her body. And she barely raises her head as you come in the room. And as you come in following this tree, this okay, so this tree is called Halistry, and it is a joke that I don't know how you would know it, but it's a tree version of Halister the Mad Mage that is an awakened
Wow.
tree. And the awakened tree just stops right here. The large cat creature initially bristles, and you see the woman attached to this crystal throne lightly raise a hand, and the cat calms down and just kind of resumes laying on the floor. Uh, the woman on the throne, in a barely audible voice, says, "I'd welcome you, but I'm unable to move at this time."
This is quite a remarkable home you have.
She smiles faintly and says, "Thank you. My husband tried to make it inviting." And it looks like speaking for her is quite difficult. She's trying to talk to you, but it's causing her a lot of effort.
So she just said that she's unable to move, right?
Well, she's literally bound to this crystal throne by growths of vines and tendrils that seem to be coming from around and behind the throne, kind of
Do
integrating
they
into her body.
do they by any chance look like they might be related to the moss/mold that we found?
Uh, they look of a similar kind. They're not identical, but seeing her stuck to this throne, you're pretty sure there's some connection there. Yeah.
Oh, you shoot through the face. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I'm not playing Kellic. Sorry, I forgot. Um, Lolly will just. Well, yeah, he can see it. We'll ask her. It seems as if you might be in need of our assistance. Is there any way in which we can help you?
Um, she kind of opens her eyes. It almost seems like she forgot that you were here, and she says, "Maybe I let her come, and I think that was a mistake. I let her come into the wood. She turned." And she just kind of droops down again after she says this. She seems to be kind of fading in and out of consciousness as you're talking to her.
Anvar will ask the tree, where can we find this person she led into the woods?
The tree looks at you, recognizes the question, stops for a moment, and just goes blank. And then the woman on the throne kind of flops a hand over, and the tree says, yes, well, Mistress Xanthoria came a few months ago. I believe she was given some quarters in some abandoned caves here." And he looks over to Wyllow, the druid stuck to the throne, and she nods faintly and says, Xanthoria took up residence underneath the tower. Um, may I show them where she went?" And Wyllow kind of just nods again one more time, and kind of lolling from one side to the other. And Halistry walks over and taps on one of the walls in here twice. And lag is fun. And seriously, I just want an open door. Can I have an open door, please? There we go. Opens a door that is carved into the tree murals of this wall, and it reveals a chamber that goes off behind the throne room here. And Halistry says, you'll find there's a stairwell in this room that both leads up and down. We would appreciate if you do not go upstairs. Those are the mistress's private quarters. But if you go down, you will find where Xanthoria took up residence.
I'm gonna walk down.
Can you get through that wall? Okay. There is not a thing here. Are you all going to head down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to move back to the main room?
No, you're fine. I opened the wall for a reason. So there's in this room. This is a pretty bare. Yep. So this room is pretty bare. It has some frescoes on the walls, showing an exchange of gifts between dwarves and elves. That's the main decoration in this otherwise empty room. You would guess maybe implying the history of the construction of this building. And then there is a spiral staircase. Going up the spiral staircase is quite ornate and beautifully carved. The map doesn't really show it, but it looks like at a later point in time up here, and another chunk of the stone was carved out going down, much less cleanly. And that descends down to a dark passageway. You get some definite whiffed sandbars as you get close to it of mold and mildew coming up from that stairwell. And as you look back, you can see that the curved wall here has lichen and moss growing on it, covering all of the frescoes.
Interesting.
Robert, did you want to wander over and investigate the bell, or are you good hanging out with the dragon?
I'll wander over and investigate the bell.
Okay. I'm going to pull you over just because.
Sorry we didn't get over to you. It was
No,
on
you're
our
fine.
list.
You're fine. I've kind of been trying to figure out. I didn't have a whole lot of this planned. I didn't know what the heck was going on. So kind of been sitting back and listening and trying to figure it out.
To be fair, Anvar's right there with you.
Yeah. So Robert, you kind of wander in and see that the door is open, and you, I think, just catch the sight of a tiefling and a lizard folk passing through a doorway next to this emaciated woman on the throne, the cat, the tree. It looks like some group of people has passed through a doorway as you come into this room. And Liz and Lolly, you'd probably be aware of seeing this very heavily armored individual come in through the doorway as well.
I'm gonna recognize him as the guy I saw with the dragon, right?
Yeah. This is the night that you saw talking to the dragon.
Yeah, for me, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna tell everybody that I saw him just walk in, and that's the night I saw with the dragon.
I'm rolling an insight roll to see if he is coming in to be, like, if he's aggressive or not.
Are you aggressive, Robert?
I am not. You said I just saw somebody like go around the corner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I come walking in and kind of like, oh hey, how's it going? Hey, who's that?
And the Hallis tree, the awakened tree guy is like, oh, are you friends with our other visitors?
I don't think so. I didn't know anyone else was here. I was just talking to two eye green face back there. I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, just saying hi. How's it going?
Things are okay.
Greetings, Sir Knight.
Hey, how's it going? What brings all you down here?
Well, we're trying to figure something out that's going on in Waterdeep right now.
Oh yeah, great place, great place. Was over there before. Um, just kind of came walking in down here. Seeing who's here, seeing what's going on, seeing if I can save some people. Same old.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I don't prefer Waterdeep. I prefer the countryside, but that's just a personal preference.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So, what's up with this big thing over here? What's going on?
Well, we're all trying to figure that out ourselves.
Oh, can I give you a hand? What do you think it is so far?
Well, we're not going to kill anything so far.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Um,
Didn't look like you and that dragon were very friendly.
I mean, I thought we knew some of the same old people. But it sounds like we didn't have anybody in common. But we talked for a while. He's a pretty nice guy. You know, two eye back there. He's pretty good. Not bad.
So you made friends with the dragon.
Yeah. We just we talked for a little bit. Um, I thought we knew some of the same old people. Lady the Blue, Bobo the Conqueror. But he didn't know any of those people. I thought we might have had some cross paths in the past before. But yeah, no, nope, nope. But yeah, we said hey, I want to come down and see what was going on with the bell down here.
Because you know lots of dragons?
Not specifically, but like, just kind of like around and stuff, right? Like not that big deal.
I mean, they are kind of a big deal. They're not just around a whole lot around here.
I mean, they're big. Yeah, they're big. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but I mean, you're welcome to join us.
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. How can I help? What are we trying to figure out?
So the lady said that someone moved in downstairs and that since then she hasn't been well. So we thought we'd check out who the visitor that's no longer welcome is up to.
The lady downstairs isn't welcome anymore?
We just have a name, which I'm going to completely butcher. So
It's
Xanthoria.
Xanthoria. Xanthoria is the
Xanthoria.
name,
That was close.
which matches the journal for Liz and Lolly. The journal you found in Candlekeep was purportedly written by this Xanthoria. Um, and she started out as a druid who seems to have gone completely insane.
Okay. One with like the mad scribblings.
The mad scribblings, the fungus, the weird rants about biology and magic and immortality and all that fun
So
stuff.
Lolly will give the quick and dirty explanation of that knowledge to Anvar and to our new heavily armored friend, um, and then ask what his name is, Our new heavily armored friend, that is.
Yep. My name's Robert Paladin the ninth. I mean the seventh now. The seventh. Robert Paladin the seventh.
Lolly will kind of cock his head for a moment and ask, the seventh now, it changes?
Well, I mean, there was a falling out. We don't talk to that side of the family anymore. So 3 and 4 aren't around. So I got moved from 9 to 7.
Huh. Interesting. Very well.
Um,
Would would you would you like to join us in our efforts to free our host?
Oh sure, I'd love to help. I'm kind of curious on what's going on now. I kind of want to figure it out. I'll stick
Me as
around with you
well.
for at least to figure this out.
I always enjoy a good investigation.
Are you good at investigations and puzzles?
Um, I mean, not horribly so, but like I can lift things and like I can punch things and like if you got to move things, I'm helpful.
Well,
Well,
that's always necessary when investigating things most of the time.
I mean,
well,
sometimes punching stuff figures stuff out.
Lolly will kind of chuckle and say, "Not exactly my type of investigation, but I'm aware of its uses. In fact, I believe I have a task that you might be well suited for.
Oh, that sounds fun. What is it?
Perhaps you would lead the way down the stairs in case there is danger at the bottom."
Oh sure, oh sure. So without really a second thought, he just kind of starts walking up through everybody and like heading up to the stairs.
cool. I am going to go to the bathroom and then load us to the map that the cave stairs lead to. So I will be back in a minute or two. If anybody else needs to do anything, go for it.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
So
Last week.
Ah, gotcha. Am I
you
like
can
the
see with the other large group that's playing why we needed some new recruits.
wait? Say that again.
I said with the large number of other people who are playing, you can see why we needed recruits.
Am I the newest player? Like I've kind of barely played before. I played a little bit with Pathfinder and a little bit of third edition back in the day, but most stuff kind of fell apart. So I'm assuming I'm the newest player here.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say 3.5 or I thought it was 3.5, and then 5e.
Okay. Okay.
No, I was asking. I didn't know what you had played before. I've never played Pathfinder, but I've been playing 5e for like 5 years.
Oh, gotcha. I think it was 3.5. I honestly don't remember. Uh, but mostly,
Some rules that are just a slightly different, but that's okay. It's not
yeah,
that big of a deal.
yeah. So I'm not gonna know like all the rules and intricacies, but I have a general idea of how things go. So I'll probably be asking a lot of questions on like the actual steps until I get used to it. So
Oh
a little
no,
bit of
that's
patience.
Grim sometimes follows the D&D rules.
Grim makes up his own rules anyway.
Well, most of the time, I would say, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, shit,
If I
he's
could
here,
play, I
guys.
win.
Oh God.
Ah, Jesus, he's here.
Just
I
the
am
stuff
back.
laugh. It's like,
They're not rules. They're just guidelines.
yeah, so I wouldn't worry about the rules too much. Sometimes I guess pushback, I'm like, I don't think that's the rule. But that's about it. Nobody else
I
cares.
don't think so.
I don't think we've had. Well, Lyokin's not playing with us as much anymore, so we don't have quite as much of the insane rules lawyering because nobody else tries to break the game.
Slash Sebastian.
See, Sebastian was the rules advocate. He would always argue against the party when I was going to let it go, and Lyokin would always try to rule
Break
for
it.
the party. Yeah.
Well,
Like
Joe was arguing with me right now. He was like, we need to go over to the new player. And I was like, yeah, no, Liz is not going to that. Liz is going to the druid. She's on a fucking mission. My characters seem to always have, so to put this in context, my first character I played in one of Grimm's campaigns died after 2 sessions. Because she was also on a mission.
Okay.
That was fun. Yes, I will kill players. That is a thing that can happen.
It has happened.
It has happened.
He felt no mercy on this character after 2 weeks. No mercy.
I mean,
Hey, I did ask you if you wanted to keep fighting the Medusa one-on-one. So
No one wanted to support me.
I mean, I would have been fine if you guys would have kept going. I was learning about how all of you interact and stuff, and I would have been fine just waiting for it. So don't feel like you had to get over to me to pull me in, but appreciate it.
I mean, Liz is a neutral character, so she would have been like, I mean, if you're gonna help, okay, that's fine.
there we go. Cool. Y'all ready to move onwards?
Sure.
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Cool. So you go down through that carved tunnel, and pardon me. So for Liz and Lolly, as you descend into this tunnel, it kind of winds down for maybe 100 feet between the stairwell and where we are here. Both of you start recognizing a familiar fungal scent from the crypts that you investigated in the City of the Dead, where the various fungal infestations were causing corpses to rise. And as you get down into this chamber, you come through this tunnel, and all of you, this opens up into a dimly lit but visible kind of like phosphorescent fungus and lichen are kind of all over. So there is enough light to see, at least in the room you're in.
It's like bioluminescent stuff.
Yeah, like glowing fungus, basically. And almost every surface of this cave is covered in either moss or lichen. You can see some ways in the distance some glowing tendrils, and there are various mushrooms and large growths all over. Here specifically, you kind of make your way to a darkened cave mouth, covered. Oh, that's nonsense. Skip that. I changed it. So you come into this cave. You see before you some glowing fungus off in the distance, and you can hear a faint sound of sniffling and kind of muttering, kind of off to your southeast.
Okay. Also, I want to point out that Liz can't see anything.
Can't see anything again?
No, I think it has to do with the dark.
Do you have dark vision?
No, she doesn't have dark vision, but there should be light.
Is there a torch?
That's why I lit a torch. See?
Are you clicked on your character?
Thank you.
Weird. I don't know why your character doesn't obey the vision rules.
Because Liz just doesn't really obey any.
Yeah, apparently.
It's a special snowflake.
Exactly.
Oh, why doesn't... Oh, shoot. Okay. One more time with feeling. No, I want to do the turn. Okay. Once and for all, let us fix Liz's token, because I think I keep fixing the token, but not the prototype token. Vision, 30 feet. Tab, update token. I'm going to turn off your torch. Can you still see?
Yeah, I can still see.
Awesome. I've updated your actual token, not your instance token. Okay.
We,
Hopefully it works. Whatever. We'll see.
until next time.
Until next time.
No, it doesn't.
Shatner does this to all of us every session too, so it's not just me.
What? Shatner messes with you? I don't believe it.
Yeah. So yeah, you come into this cave. You hear
Wait. So these, you guys, the other two people, you guys don't play Eve online, do you?
Nope, I don't.
I might be losing Eve here pretty soon.
Oh, so you've been winning for a while?
I've successfully been winning for a consecutive long number of days. Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
Winning Eve means you quit.
So I'm still paying for Eve, but I don't think I've actually played in like 2 months. Am I winning or losing? Anyway.
I'm gonna go with losing because you're paying and not playing.
Well, why aren't you playing?
Oh no! How did I open up this door?
Because I spend 3 nights a week playing or running some form of role-playing game. Basically.
No, sir, you are still losing. You just don't have enough time. Like you haven't decided to take out the sleep block and insert the Eve block into your daily schedule.
Yes. Yes. I finally used the new mapping system a month ago or so. Anyway, Eve Talk is...
I also think it's probably losing since you still own the, what is it? The Alliance?
Yeah, you still own the Alliance, don't you?
Oh yeah, I own the Alliance. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're definitely losing Eve.
Are you responsible for any timers still?
Oh fuck no, I own it with a holding corporation. That's all Blue's problem to deal with. I'm winning because I figured out how to be an Alliance owner and executor without actually having to do a goddamn thing.
I mean, that's just failing with style.
That's failing with style for 4 years and counting now. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, you find yourselves in this, I would imagine, rather unsettling cave.
I don't know. I don't feel like Liz is like that unsettled. I mean, it's like not normal, but like still nature.
Yeah.
So Anvar, as you move forward, you see a tiny sprite kind of huddled in a little alcove. And as she sees the group of you come up, she just kind of looks up sadly at all of you and just kind of stares as you enter this space.
Hello. Can we help you?
I don't know. You should probably just go home or away. This place isn't fun anymore. I don't want to be here anymore.
Anymore? What do you mean anymore?
Well, I came here and I thought the lady was nice, and me and Bunny came through. We came through the circle, and then Xanthi, she was nice at first, but then she started hurting us. And Bunny's been missing for a while. And she did a thing to me and it hurt. And I just don't want to be here anymore.
Well, are you hurt? Are you bleeding anywhere? Are you like what kind of hurt?
She stands up and kind of looks at herself and says, "Well, it doesn't hurt anymore, but it's just not the same. Like, we used to play and we used to be able to go home, but we can't go home anymore. The circle doesn't work anymore. It goes to a bad place, and I don't want to go, but I want to find Bunny, but Xanthi doesn't talk to me anymore. She just ignores me, and I don't know what to do.
Do you know where Xanthi went?
And she flutters up and looks around, and then sits back down and she points to the south and says, "If you, well, Xanthi's usually down through the runes down there, but there's big things in there they're not friendly. There's big lizards on the ceiling and people that scream. So I don't go down anymore, and Xanthi hasn't come back in a long time. Xanthi, she went down there. She hasn't come back."
Do you believe that she may be in danger?
Uh, I don't think anything here hurts Xanthi. Xanthi just hurts other things. I think she might have hurt Bunny real bad. And some people have come in here, and they never come out.
I kind of like turn to the group and talk to them and be like, "Hey, do you guys know what's going on here? I don't know what's going on. What's going on with this cave? What sounded like you guys had a better idea what was going on than me."
This cave is very similar to the crypts which we found, that the moss that we see around us, or the fungus that we see around us, was animating dead corpses and bringing them back to life.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was not the greatest situation, and they were always aggressive.
Oh, well, I guess they just needed to get saved.
So Anvar says to the sprite, "Well, we're here to try and make things back to the way they were before Xanthi came here."
And the sprite kind of perks up and says, "Really? Do you think you can bring Bunny back? I'd really like to play with Bunny again, or I'd like to take Bunny home. Or if you can fix the circle. If you can fix the circle, we could just go home."
We'll look into it. Without knowing what's going on, it's hard to fix anything, but we'll do our best to try and help out and try and fix the circle so you can go home. And if the gods bless us, find your Bunny.
Yeah, sorry, Bunny's she's a fairy dragon. Sorry, and you're all kind of humany, but you're short. You're short for a human. But Bunny's
Because I'm a dwarf.
Oh yeah, dwarfs, and she kind of flits over and looks at all of you. Um, yeah, no, sorry, I'm not good with, you know, people who aren't from home. But Bunny's, I keep saying Bunny. It's just her name. It's just Bunny. She's my little fairy dragon friend. Um, sorry, it's probably confusing. I'm not very good at explaining things to people, but if you're gonna try and fix this place, I can try and help you, I guess. I don't know how much I can do. I don't like going down there anymore.
Well, if you know at least the layout of this place, telling us what's where would be helpful. He says that in Sylvan to see if that makes the sprite easier to communicate or not.
She looks a little surprised when you speak Sylvan. Um, and she says, "Oh, you have a funny accent." And she's saying this in Sylvan back to you. Um, I mean, I can talk to you this way. Can your friend? Are these your friends? Can they understand me if I talk this way, or
My friends won't be able to understand you, unfortunately.
Lolly will, because it's Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lolly will respond, actually, I do understand this language.
No,
And
but not everybody does. So,
uh,
but if you need to tell us something and it's too complicated in the other language, you can use this one and we can translate for you.
um, I'll try. I mean, I just forget things, and she switches back to common. Just kind of trying to be polite, I guess. And says, I can talk this way fine, unless you want to talk the other way. It's, you
This
know,
is perfectly fine.
I forget things a lot, especially since Xanthi took me back into her place. But like you said, you wanted to know what was down here.
Well, we have to find Xanthi's place if we're going to have any chance of straining this out, I suspect.
Oh yeah, yeah. She shakes her head, just kind of like trying to clear herself. Well, the okay, so the room in front of us. I think there's some people there. Um, they keep they keep well, they were screaming before, but they've kind of stopped. Um, I think I think Xanthi got tired of them and put them there. Um, and don't trust the mushrooms and stuff in there. Some of them move sometimes. Um, but then there's a to the kind of northish off of that is where Xanthi used to play with all of her bottles and all of her like flowers and weird stuff, but she hasn't gone there in a long time. And then there's a there's the fairy ring we came through, kind of in a little room by itself. And then there's a long tunnel that goes south, and that's where the angry lizards are, and that's the last place I saw Xanthi. I don't go there anymore. And then kind of off to the west is where she used to sleep and where she used to um cook, but I haven't been there in a while.
I'm sorry, did you say the mushrooms moved?
Yeah, Xanthi used to be really pretty, and then she started changing, and everything that she goes and plays with turns into weird mushroom kind of things. Like they're not always mushrooms. They're like
Did
people
you
mushrooms.
did you eat any mushrooms?
Uh no, I just Xanthi made me go play with her down in that room to the south, and it hurt really bad, and I don't remember any of it really. Um and I just and then Bunny went away. I don't think I ate anything. I don't think you should eat anything in here, though.
That seems like a reasonable thing to keep in mind. Should we check out her workroom or head towards checking out her workroom?
Sure.
He looks at the
But
sprite. Would you be willing to follow us to make sure we don't get lost?
Um, sure. Yeah, I can do that. Um, and the sprite, uh, she comes over and flutters next to you, Anvar, and says, can I, can I just sit on your shoulder? I'm really tired.
That's fine.
And she does so, and as she lands on your shoulder, um, you get kind of a, a brief headache, and you get a vision, kind of like a split second image of uh, a half elven woman in a cape made out of. Uh, I'm going to use a word. I don't know if anybody else is going to know what it means, but mycelial threads. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if anybody knew what that meant. And you also are, so you see this image of this woman, this half elf woman in a cape made out of mycelial threads, and you have this intense sense of longing and hunger. And then it fades away, and Thunderwing says, "Oh, I'm sorry. That shouldn't happen again. Sometimes she did something to me, and it kind of bleeds over. I'm sorry if I hurt you."
You didn't hurt me. Is that Xanthi that you showed me? The
That was
half-elven
her.
woman.
Yeah, a while ago. I don't. She keeps changing. She used to be really pretty,
So,
and now she's weird.
okay. I'll describe what I saw to the others, so they all have at least the same frame of reference that I do.
Strange.
And the pixie just kind of settles on your shoulder, kind of occasionally sniffling. Just kind of waiting to see what you do.
So, is there anything interesting in this room? I'm just looking around.
So the space you're in is pretty barren. Kind of, if you draw a line where that rock outcropping is, that transitions. You can see in front of you. So kind of like right around here.
Okay.
Once you pass that point, or you can see past that point, that there's stalks of slimy violet mushrooms growing from the floor. Most of them are knee high, but some of them are almost as tall as a person, like thin, weird mushrooms growing up. There's
Oh, that's
Go
gonna be
ahead.
safe. That's gonna be safe.
There's little spores and tendrils drifting down from the roof of the cavern, and the whole cavern is very faintly pulsing with a pinkish purplish light. Yeah, I think that's what you can see from where you're at. So there's nothing too interesting in the little space you're in, but you can definitely see ahead of you that there's a ton of gross stuff happening there.
Given the dim light, I can probably see it pretty far ways if there's nothing in the way. But
I think I'm just gonna kind of describe rooms as they go, the way this thing is laid
okay.
out. I've tried to make the walls wide enough to make moving easy, because that can be a challenge if I actually wall like right up to the edge. So if you come down there, you can see that it's just another pathway into that same room beyond.
Okay. So we have two choices into the room. Looks like we have to deal with mushroom stalks and slime dripping down from the ceiling either way. Which path do you think we should go? Look at the others.
Do we want to go talk to Tirlulu upstairs and see if he knows anything about this, or do we just want to go in first?
Tiralu was the dragon you were talking to?
Yeah. Ternana. Yeah, him. He seemed like a nice guy. We can go see if he knows anything, or we can keep going. I can take the lead if you want.
I mean, I think we should keep going.
Okay, that sounds good.
If you want to take lead, I'll follow.
I will do.
Are we moving ourselves, or do you move us?
You just drag yourself. Just grab your token and drag it, and it'll move.
Got it. Which way do we want to go? Which way are we deciding on?
I guess use the side passage.
So as you guys come into this passage, you start hearing some faint moaning sounds. As you come in, Robert, in that clump of tendrils in front of you, you can see that there is an orc kind of embedded into those tendrils against the wall, faintly moaning. And as you come through, you sense in your mind the voice of this orc as it kind of lifts its head and stares at you. And he begs you to free him from these tendrils.
Do I get an idea of his name at all, or?
So he doesn't say a name. He's just kind of you hear his, like, he is staring at you. Kind of.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you ever see Aliens? The guy who's stuck
Yes.
to the wall. Yeah. So imagine that.
Okay.
And he just kind of looks at you, and in your head you hear him say, "Please, just get me down from here."
Uh, so I walk over to him. Where was he at roughly? He was over in the tangle
Yeah,
down
he's
here.
kind of in this mess right here.
So I'm just gonna walk up to him and be like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? How'd you get here? Can I cut you down?
He kind of moans, and as you're looking at him, you hear another voice in your head say, "Help! Let me out!" And behind you, on the far side of the room, there is another person. This one is a human male, embedded in that nest of vines and fungus.
So this is only in my head. Can anyone else hear this, or is this just me?
You don't.
Right now, just you, but anybody who is coming into the room, you can see these people. And Anvar and Lolly, if you guys get a little bit closer, you start hearing these pleas in your head as well. So Lolly and Anvar, you both hear, at least the orc, seeing you as well, is just begging you to free him from this fungal prison that he finds himself in. So you're rolling investigation. What are you trying to investigate?
I'm trying to investigate if it's actually an orc or if it's just like a fungal growth that looks like an orc.
It very much looks like an orc that has been embedded in this mass of fungus and vines.
Anvar will look at Liz and be here like, how would we even go about freeing them from us?
Let's see here. So I'll resolve, or does anybody have a comment on that? I saw your roll on Arcana. I'll come to that in a second.
I mean, I was going to roll like a health or what's it called, medicine roll to figure out if it's even possible to remove them.
So kind of going through some things here. Liz, your Arcana roll, what are you trying to determine with Arcana?
If it's magical, like what's going on. Because I mean, with the things, talking to people, I'm just wanting to know if there is magic at present here, and like kind of what we're dealing with. Yeah, because I think with like an Arcana roll, it's just more like trying to figure out what kind of magic it is. I don't know if you can even tell me what kind of magic it is, but just if there is magic at play here, mostly, and what's going on.
So I think the Arcana roll, you the magic here, you're not. If there is magic, it doesn't really. This doesn't map to anything you know. That said, seeing these people embedded seeing the orc embedded in this wall of fungus, it does remind you of Xanthoria's journal and some of the sketches in it. And a lot of her book descended into almost incomprehensible ramblings about combining life and undeath. And so you're pretty sure that this is some part of whatever plan that she is going for. But as far as the specifics of what's happening here, this is either a novel form of magic that you're not familiar with or something completely alien to arcane magic. Lolly, you think you could cut him down if you really wanted to. Looking at the vines and fungus, it's pretty clear that you could cut them out. You're not sure what effect that will have on them. And Robert, you see a bunch of fungus.
There are fungi.
So, do you want to save them or free them?
I want to throw a ball of flame at the one that I'm standing in front of.
At the orc or the fungus?
At the fungus.
I was like, yes.
No, at the orc. No, at the fungus.
Just gonna shoot him. So as you blast the fungus with fire, it definitely sears away a good chunk. You've got the guy about half free. He winces in pain from the fire. But a couple things are going to happen at the same time. The first one... I don't like that one. I want this one. I need everybody in the room... Well, so everybody to roll a d6 for me, as a bunch of spores are released from the explosion from that little searing of all of the flame, or all of the fungus. Okay.
I'm not sure why mine applied a +1 to it.
I don't know either. That's weird. Okay, so Liz, let's see here. Okay, so what did we get? We got a 6, a 6, a 4, and a 3. So for Liz and Anvar, as both of you kind of inadvertently inhale this cloud, well, all of you are going to inadvertently inhale some of this cloud of spores. Well, you wouldn't be aware of the other one. I need Anvar and Lolly to make an intelligence saving throw, as you just feel an intense pressure kind of filling your head. We got a 13 and an 18. Anvar, you pass. You kind of repel it. Lolly, you're gonna take 15 psychic damage, and you're stunned for a turn, which is going to be relevant in just a second, because I'm going to add everybody to initiative order. And a couple of creatures from the ceiling, 2 mounds of fungus resolve into kind of breaking out of the fungus are a couple of fungal birds. Basically, they look like the corpses of birds that have been infused with fungus and had grown into the ceiling, and they kind of break out from the lichen and mold and fungus up there. And one of the larger mushrooms to the south begins moving. That is going to put us in combat order, and then I'm going to resolve the other 2 dice rolls. Let's see. A 4 and a 3. Those are both the same. I'm going to say that 2 explosions of fungus hit the cavern. Or two explosions of spores kind of chain react off of that first one. The first explosion is off in the corner here and hits no one. The second one is going to hit Robert and Liz. Wait a minute. Yep. And what I need you guys to do is a Constitution saving throw, as those spores explode around you from the cavern itself. So let's see. Robert, you would actually roll a 25, because I think you have an aura, I believe. Oh, wait. 3 plus 4. Yeah. You do have the aura, right?
Wow, how would I? What am I looking for?
So on your features, I think you have an aura, don't you?
I
Aura-
think all paladins do.
Oh, he has both of them. He has aura. Oh no, he has. Why is my
Aura of
screen?
protection,
You have aura of protection and what is
aura of
happening?
courage.
Yeah, you have both of those.
You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened.
An aura of protection adds your charisma modifier to anybody within 10 feet of you on a saving throw. What's your charisma modifier? +4. So anybody who's within 10 feet of Robert gets a +4 to saving throws.
Which is
I don't know
Aura
if
of
I am.
protection?
I don't think I am. I think I'm
No, you're right at
Why
the.
do I have to be 15 feet away?
The
Let me get a
aura
ruler.
of protection does a
Oh,
thing.
you're
too,
within
right?
range. You're within
Oh, I
range,
am?
Liz. Yep.
Sure.
It's not going to matter, sadly. So, Robert, you're fine.
Way to make me super depressed.
Sorry. Liz, you're going to take 25 poison damage.
Ooh, ouch.
Awesome.
And
Did it-
you're immune to poison, so don't worry about that.
Sorry, I got a question. Is that
Mhm.
am I reading the aura of protection right? Whenever a friendly creature within 10 feet of you makes a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still fails.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
got
had
it.
8
Cool.
because I rolled like dog shit.
But
All
right, I'm trying,
she's
okay?
immune to poison though, so it's fine.
So Robert, all you need to know is paladins are overpowered. Enjoy it.
I know, I kind of miss my Gloomstalker.
Yeah. Oh, the Gloomstalker is just consistent. But we got a paladin again, so hey, we got the aura thing going on. I'm not going to try and bother to figure out that aura magic because that's
Last campaign, we had 2 paladins. It was like crazy.
So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is you're killing off paladins real quick, huh?
No, he retired. He didn't
Yeah.
die.
All the paladins retired.
Okay.
Yep, both paladins retired after the last campaign. Okay, so
I was one of the paladins. I just switched characters.
Got it.
and the other guy just didn't. He quit all of his games because he's playing chess now. So
That's
okay.
Way to change.
It's not actually that much of a change with you play D&D with, like, he played D&D and Sebastian did, like, to the T with rules.
Oh, okay.
So, it's just different.
I try to play to the rules.
I know,
Anyway.
but he, like, you know, it's
Yes.
like, oh, do you have enough rations? Do you have enough rope? And, like, all the little things.
So we're about to enter combat. I think for Robert, this is your first time. For everybody else, if you want to roll initiative. For Robert, if you look at the left side of the screen, there's a little fist icon by like the chat, character, scenes, etc. There's a little fist, and you can see your character in the encounter. And if you hit the dice, there you go. You figured it out. Awesome. I don't know. Oh, I know why they're hidden. Ba-boop. 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 There we go.
I'm gonna click something. If it puts it in the chat, it's not intended.
Okay.
Okay, it didn't do the thing. Thanks.
I'm going to hit begin combat. I did get rid of the combat carousel because I didn't think it added a whole heck of a lot. So, Lolly, it's your turn. You're stunned for one turn, though. So I think you are sadly kind of knocked out. Let me just double check that.
I was like, hey, what a turn. Yay.
Yay, stunned. You're incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only faltering. You fail strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls have advantage, but I guess you can do anything that doesn't require movement.
No, you're like, if you're stunned, you can't act.
Oh, incapacitated does mean can't act. I'm dumb.
Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to go to the first fungal bird thing. And it is going to kind of drop from the ceiling and maybe move, if I remember how to move. It is going to come up to you, Robert, and it is going to attack with its beak and talons. So I'm going to roll both attacks just to get them out of the way. We got a 16 and a 22. Do either of those hit your AC?
My AC is 22.
Means
So-
it beat.
Is it beat? Sorry, I do this every week.
is.
It's beat?
Yep.
Okay. Pathfinder is tie or beat, so I get confused every damn week.
It's the same thing. If it ties, it beats it.
Oh yeah, so then it does hit. So that's 17 damage of the slashing variety. So if you hover over the damage in that card in the chat, you can actually, there's a bunch of options to apply damage to yourself. I'll do it this time, but if you want to look at it in the future,
I
you
see
can
it.
actually. Yeah, I just applied it.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Liz.
Is that a thing, Grim?
Is what a thing?
Like a new thing, the slashing, where you can add it to yourself?
Nope. I just realized it was there on mouse over.
Oh my god, I didn't know it was there at all. So, okay, thanks.
Yep, there's a lot of really cool features that I didn't realize were just there. And I'm learning as I go, 2 years into this. That is that creature's turn. We will go to Liz. Your turn.
I'm gonna go invisible and run away. No. No. Not really sure what else to do. So, so I'm gonna make my quarterstaff like the beginning bonus action to make it my quarterstaff shillelagh, and then I'm going to attack. Shillelagh. Anyways, and attack that same area where I was before, and start cutting up the fungi stuff.
So there's just to show, there's the orc is over here where I'm pinging by Robert. The human is up on this side, kind of tucked up in there. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
This stuff.
Oh, you're just attacking the fungus?
Well, I'm just like.
You're just attacking them.
Well, that's what I thought I had to attack to begin with. I thought the human or whatever thing was here.
If you want to change where you move, the human is up here. I will draw on the map.
There are actual monsters.
Where?
The big red thing.
Well, now there is, but I saw over here. There was another. Just saying. Okay, but there wasn't anything here. I thought there was something here too because it looked like a head.
So the H is a human, the O is the orc. I kind of
I
drew
got
them on
that
the map.
now, but I was just saying the way the map looked. It looked like there was something.
There are 3 clusters, yeah. So you're trying to hack the guy out?
Yeah.
I guess just make an attack roll, you'll hit it, and we'll get the damage.
Well, I already did all that. The attack.
Oh, okay. 24 hits, yeah. So it does 6 damage. Let's see here. So you hack off I'll say your shillelagh goes through about half of it. You're pretty sure one more hit will get him out. Um, this time it does not release a cloud of spores like the produce flame did. Um,
Okay.
so you were able to kind of hack through it a bit better than that bolt of fire did. Uh, anything
I
else?
figured doing something different was better. No, that's it.
Robert, it is your turn.
What do you do?
What would you like to do if I have to explain anything?
Do I have to ready weapons or anything, or
Nah, you have your sword in one hand, your shield in the other. If you want to switch weapons, we can talk about that, but I don't know if you have any other. You have a
no?
Morning
I don't
Star,
want.
don't you? Yeah, Morning Star. Sorry.
Yeah, you have a morning star. There was a thing that I was looking at here. Um, Let me make sure. Where is it? I can use Toll the Dead, can I? Would that take up one? Well, so if I use Toll the Dead, it's okay. Real quick, fifth edition. Explain the turn order to me, real quick.
So you can move. You can take an action if you have one. You can take a
Uh,
bonus action if you have one. Uh, you can split your movement however you want. So movement is just like a thing that you get. So your movement speed is 30. You can move up to 30 feet in a turn. Um, if you want to cast a spell or make an attack, that's usually an action. As a paladin, I believe at this point you have. No, I don't see it on there. Okay, so you can attack or you can cast a spell. The spells all say if they're an action or a bonus action. The most
yeah.
confusing thing about being a caster in 5e is if you cast a full action spell and a bonus action spell, one of them has to be a cantrip.
Does the order matter on when that happens?
Technically yes, but I think that's incredibly confusing, so I don't really care. You can basically cast one leveled spell and one non-leveled spell.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I was looking to do to attack physically and do Toll the Dead.
So you have to pick one or the other.
Okay, I'll just attack.
Okay. So if you want to attack, if you go to your inventory and go to the Morning Star,
Yeah.
if you hover over it, you can roll the die, and it'll just roll it to chat, and I'll see what it is.
Did you just roll it? No. There we go. Okay.
There it is. Cool. A 19 will hit for 6 piercing damage. The other thing you can choose to do as a paladin, if you want, you don't have to do it, is you can spend a spell slot to smite. That's completely up to you. The way smite works is it's an extra 2d8 damage to the target plus 1d8 per spell higher than level 1. So if you want to, you can spend spell slots to do extra damage if you hit on an attack.
Where did it tell me how many spell slots I have?
On your spells, if you look at the spell tab, you have 3 second level spells, 3 third level spells,
Okay.
and 4 first level spells. And yeah,
Smite's the actual name of the spell?
it's a feature. It's Divine Smite.
I don't see it on here. I'm looking to click it. I don't see it.
Hover over
Under spell
the
mode?
image and hit the. No, it's in features.
Features. That's why. Okay. There's no smite.
Divine Smite. It's under active
It's under-
abilities.
It's also under, I think, features, isn't it?
Yes, I'm under features. I have
Yep.
actions clicked, active abilities. There it is. That was the problem. Got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
What level spell are you going to spend? It's
Is
first level, second level, or third level. My advice would be like if you want to do this first level spell because they're
Yeah.
So then, if you look at the bottom of chat, there's a bunch of dice of different
Yes.
sizes. If you just hit the 2D or the D8 twice and then hit roll, and it'll say how much extra damage you do.
Got it.
Okay, so that's 11 radiant damage. Pow. So you hit it. Do you have a bonus attack yet? I feel like you should have a bonus attack. Extra attack, and you can make a second attack if you'd like.
Yes. Just click the Morning Star again.
Yep.
What gave me that real quick, just so I know?
It's a class feature.
Got it.
You just get extra attacks as you level up.
Oh.
And an 11 will not hit. Do you want to move?
Yes, I will move back a little bit. What's the general range in this game? Is it 10 feet, 15 feet?
So attacks of opportunity happen if you leave a creature's reach. You don't necessarily know what their reach is until you leave it. Usually 5 foot is the default.
5 foot is the default. Okay. I will move back. I want to stay in front of people and keep them behind me.
Okay.
But I definitely want to like put a little bit of space between them. So I want to be. I don't want to hinder the rest of the group, but I want to keep myself between them. But I want to create some space and try and not get an easy like counterattack kind of thing.
So it is going to get an attack of opportunity, which I will roll. And it will miss. Because a 14 is not enough. And then that will take me to the next guy, which is this one. Down to the south. Good lord. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this. How far can he move? 20 feet? He's going to move 20 feet forward. And he's going to cast Guiding Bolt on Robert. Let's see what that does. Oh, ranged spell attack, which will not hit because it does not beat AC. That's the Mummy Lord. This other gross bird thing is going to come up to you, Liz, and it will multi-attack, once with the beak and once with the talons. So a 21 and a 13. Do either of those hit?
I think the 21 does.
Yeah, the 21 hits. So that's 10 damage as it kind of slashes you with its beak.
Slashing damage? That's really rude.
It's piercing. I guess it pierces you with the beak. Interesting.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's rude nonetheless.
Yes. So then if you want to apply that, and then I will go to... Oh, it's 10 damage, not 20.
Oh, oops. Sorry, I'm learning things, but I use the buttons on the side.
Yep. There's also a heal button in there, so you can just heal it back. Yeah, there you go. Anvar, it is your turn.
Yay. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardian as soon as I figure out how.
Casting which one?
Somewhere in here. Spirit Guardians. There it is. Oops. Saw it and then didn't click it.
I need to make you a token for the other thing. Okay.
So how do I anchor it on myself as I... Oh, I guess it did it. Okay.
Here we go. There are your spirit guardians. That's cool. Okay.
And
Cool, I like that.
I'm going to designate for targets to ignore is everybody in our group plus the orc and the human.
Okay.
And the sprite if it happens to be near us, but...
She is, but she's kind of a non-combatant.
Sure.
Cool. Okay. There's your action.
And then I'm going to move. And I don't quite know how far I have to move to actually get people affected by it. So I guess I'll go first down this way.
That'll hit
And
the one.
then
That'll cover the one. So if it starts its turn there, it'll get hit.
okay. Then that's probably good enough placement then.
Cool. That'll get both of them. Yeah, that's nice. Spirit Guardians. When it enters it on its turn or starts its turn there. Okay, cool. Lolly, you are no longer stunned. What would you like to do?
Okay, thank God. Okay, so yeah, insight against deception on this one. So I roll insight, you roll deception.
Gotcha.
Cool. So now I had advantage on the attack roll against him.
Okay.
I'm gonna move right there, and then I'm gonna shoot him in the face. So hand crossbow.
I think if you hover over it, there's an option to roll it at advantage. The little plus. Uh, 14 just misses.
Well, then that's the end of my turn. That was fun.
Okay, so this guy is going to make a Constitution saving throw, I believe. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, the wisdom saving throw is failed, so it will take 16 radiant damage. Just double check. Cool. Then it is going to get to go. It is slowed, isn't it? It is going to get up here, and it's going to attack you, Anvar, with the beak and the talons. So I got a 22 and an 11.
They both miss.
God. Hi.
Man, we got some monsters.
Yeah, brought some tanks in. Liz, it is your turn.
I'm basically gonna do the thing I did before.
Trying to cut down the guy.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need a roll shillelagh, but
So 28 will slash through the other side. So the human that was suspended falls to the floor and starts kind of twitching and spasming as you have cut through the last of the mycelium. Okay. So yeah, you've cut him down. He is twitching and spasming on the floor. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else. Oh, I guess I have a bonus action.
You do. You have a move and a bonus action.
I was just going to bonus action. No, I changed my mind on that. I'm not gonna bonus.
Just kidding, no bonus.
Well,
Okay.
because I didn't realize that thing is next.
Then Robert, it is your turn. Robert?
I was muted. Can I channel divinity, abjure enemy on I don't know how to ping here. The person over by Liz.
The bird thing?
The bird thing. The bird thing.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly.
Did that roll? No? How do I make it roll?
You don't need to roll anything. It makes a save. So I will go to saves. Wisdom. What do I get? A 20.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
it passes. On a success, the creature's speed is halved for 1 minute. That's good, at least. It can't move very fast anymore. So its speed is halved, so it's not going to be moving around very fast. That is an action. Do you want to take a bonus action or a move?
I do want to take a bonus action, but I have a question though. So vow of tackles. If you get advantage of tackles into control. No, I just want to hit the bird creature right next to me.
So you've used your action on Channel Divinity, so you cannot
Correct.
attack again.
So bonus action is different. What is?
So a bonus action is any ability that says bonus action. So any ability or spell. So like a spell that says bonus action, like you have what?
Wait, so what did he do? But he attacked, right?
He cast
Get a channel divinity.
Yeah, he channeled Divinity, which is a one action ability.
Yeah.
On the next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click a thing, and if it goes in the chat, I'm just trying to get more information. Okay, cool. So pretty much as long as I don't click the dice, I can click anything and it'll show me more information on it.
Yep.
Well, you can always hit the dice, and we can look at it too and tell you.
Okay.
Then you can always put it back if it like uses it up. Then you can always put it back. I mean, you have to.
Okay. So I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on the bird thing right next to me.
You have Hunter's Mark. That's hilarious.
Okay. So just remember that.
Okay.
It doesn't do any damage now, but if you hit it, it does extra damage.
Right.
So that's action, bonus action. Do you have a move?
I'm going to stay between. I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay.
Little sturdy looking dwarf dude looks like he's fine, but I don't know about this other thing behind me, so I'm gonna keep my body in between it and the bird thing.
Gotcha.
Like all respectable dwarves, the dwarf's in plate mail. And shield.
What's my save for the mummy? Or for the guy? Is it a wisdom or con? For spirit guardians?
I'm scrolling up, hang on.
You'd think I know this. I play a cleric, but I can never remember.
It is wisdom.
Okay. So I will make a wisdom save. 24. I think that's a pass.
Yeah, I think so.
No damage, but he's still slowed. Just can't get out of that. Interesting. No, we're not going to do that. Oh, no. That's mean. Why not? We're going to do it. So the Mummy Lord is going to cast harm on Anvar because you are sustaining that thing. Holy crap. So that's a Constitution saving throw at +4.
Oh, Jesus.
So I got to make a concentration check too, right?
You got to make a concentration check.
So first things first. How do
yeah.
which one of the tokens do I hit to actually apply to my character? Is it the
It's
left
the
one?
first left one, so that's the full damage.
Did it
So
do it?
that's the damage, and then
How do I tell if it actually
fails
did
the
it?
saving throw. His hit point maximum is reduced for 1 hour by an amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. Damn. So
Ouch.
your hit point maximum is also what your hit points are right now.
Screwed up.
And
Yeah.
I think the Mummy Lord is going to step or move outside of the range of the Spirit Guardians. That's weird. Did you just cast another spell over there by mistake?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That'll take us to the other bird creature, which is going to continue attacking Liz, because you're right there.
How do I make the concentration check on the
Oh,
Spirit
concentration
Guardian?
check is a con save. 1 second.
Yeah.
And wasn't that bird speed halved from me? So shouldn't it drop down in the initiative order?
No, speed is just how far it can move.
Got it. Okay.
How to concentrate? Usually concentration checks don't do that much damage. The DC is the higher number out of 10 or half the damage taken.
So 22.
Yes. You passed. There you go. Because you got a 29 total?
25. Oh, yeah, right, because I'm +4 because of...
Well, there is a +4 in
So
there. Maybe it actually works now. I don't know.
So well, I don't know.
Well, you got a 25 and the DC was 22, so
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you. You either got a 25 or a 29. I need to look at the thing in the back. I need to look behind the hood. So Liz, there's a 24 and an 18 as the bird is attacking you. Okay, so that's a total of 16 damage, and that is the bird's turn. That takes us to Anvar. You up?
Okay. Still can't actually tell if I actually correctly applied the damage or not, but
Well, you're at
Somewhere in my
78
turn.
out of 123, so
so yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay. Treated after. So I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
where do you want it?
And how injured is the mummy compared to, or
Nobody's
this
hit.
thing?
Nobody's hit anything except the bird next to you so far.
So I guess I'm going to place it behind the bird. So
Okay.
yeah, that works. So it can attack the bird.
Yep. Spiritual weapon is kind of okay. So you got a 21 to attack because it gets to attack. That will hit, and it will do 11 force damage. So it will hit the bird.
And then I'm going to do as my action. I'm going to sacred flame the bird.
Dex saving throw.
That didn't look like it should have applied Blessed Strike to that, so I think it needs another D8.
Okay, so then roll one more d8. So 14 plus 5 is 19, so 19. That undead bird thingy is starting to look pretty rough. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, Lolly, it is your turn.
Well, you see, I'm gonna do a very unpredictable thing and shoot this fucking bird in the face.
Somehow you made another ranger.
That's the plan.
You have advantage, right, on that guy?
Yeah.
Well, the 23 will certainly hit. The 4 damage plus the sneak attack. So that's a total of 16 damage. You have bonus attack or no?
I don't think so.
I don't see extra attack on here. I just wasn't sure. Cool. So yeah, you shoot him, but good. Anything else?
It was a really good, surprising shot. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Hey, it's my guy's turn. What is he gonna do? Well, first he's gonna make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. Which is a 17 to 17 past Spirit Guardians.
Looking.
That third level, second level, third level.
It's third level.
Where is you?
Just scroll up far enough. There it is. Save
usually
is 16.
Oh, damn. I'm just killing the saves tonight. Okay, it is going to... Okay. It's going to attack you again. I think who hurt it the most? Everybody? Who's the best target? I'm going to go for Robert. Not that... Oh, does a 24 hit you?
Maybe. Let me check
Yes.
Hunter's Mark. Does Hunter's Mark...
No, it doesn't change armor. Your AC is 22, so I hit you. Haha. That's
Okay.
12 slashing damage.
I think I applied that correctly.
Yep. That's the Brock's turn. Liz, it is your turn.
Right.
Insect plague. Who are you hitting with an insect plague?
Well, a lot of people. Do they have to be completely inside? I don't think that they do. Just if it
20-foot radius sphere.
20-foot radius.
Yeah, so you just gotta pick the center point and we go from there. Does that one give a template?
Yeah, it gives me the template, but that's why I'm asking about it.
As long as the sphere overlaps the square, it'll hit them. I think the template should show it. So it actually shows on the... Do you see the squares that it's hitting?
Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, yeah. It didn't used to do that, so I was like trying to oh, does that hit? Does that not hit squares? Cool.
Is there a way to not have me in it?
Oh, sorry. I just realized that you were in it. Hold on. Well, if I want to hit both okay, wait.
You can probably hit any two enemies if you don't want to hit Anvar.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I was thinking that I don't know what I was thinking.
You want to hit the guy
down below, yeah.
So the bottom, the which two do you want to hit?
God, and this, because no one's really hit them at all.
The small one and the birds?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, so I have to do Constitution saving throws. Here we go.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
That lasts for 10 minutes?
Yeah, because they have to do it, but it's a concentration.
Okay, so the bird...
Because they also, it's
fails.
when they, first time they enter it, but on the end, or if they're, on the end of their turn. They also have to roll again.
Okay. So the bird will take, and that's just piercing damage? Nice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool spell. The other guy is going to make his con save.
It better be. It's a 5th level spell.
And that's a failure. So they both take full damage, I think.
Yeah, 4d10, but I don't think it's rolled damage. Oh yeah, it already.
Yeah, it did. It just rolls it in the card. Okay, so your insects. Yep.
Cool.
Oh, weird. Insect plague works differently than spirit guardians because, of course, it does. Okay. Do you have a bonus action or a move?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Robert, it is your turn.
I
changed my mind. I'm going to ready a potion of healing.
You're gonna.
Like, have it in my hand. Bonus action.
Oh, okay. Yep, you got it.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm going to hit the giant burn thing, and I get a 1d6 on top of that for the hunter's
A
mark.
crit?
Nice.
Well, technically you get 2d6 because it's crit, right?
Yeah, you did get
Yeah, it'll double the hunter's mark damage. So you'll get.
So you want to roll another one.
Plus.
Didn't it?
Yeah. It gave him. It gave him the crit on the attack. It doesn't do it on the hunter's mark.
Right.
So
it
just
gave
roll
me
another
a d20
d6.
plus 1 plus 4 plus 4. Okay.
Okay, so 12, 14, 19? Yeah. So you hit that guy. It looks nearly dead. You have a second attack you can make.
I do. 1 second.
So for future reference, I'm not saying
Yep.
do it now, but if you crit and you decide to smite afterwards,
Yeah.
your smite crits.
I remember you talking about that, but my thought was this thing's almost dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just part of paladining is applying those crit smites well.
Okay.
That hasn't ruined a boss fight for me ever.
Bonus action. I had a thing here. Hang on.
Well, no. So do you want to make your second attack?
Yes.
So roll that.
I had a thing that I was looking at here real quick. Nope, it's not going to work. Okay. So bonus attack.
That will also hit. And 6 damage is exactly enough to kill it.
Well, and the 1d6. Okay, cool.
It's already dead.
Awesome.
Okay. Do you have a bonus action or would you like to move?
So I want to use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to something else.
So do you want to move it to the guy to the south or the bird to the north?
A guy to the south, the mummy lord.
Okay. It's not actually a mummy lord, it just uses the mummy lord.
Okay.
I should have fixed that, but that's okay. Do you want to move?
Yes. How much move again? 10 feet? 15?
30. If you go into those green squares, you will be hit by the insect plague.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay right on the outside and kind of get close enough to where I can possibly provide support to either side that's going on.
Do you want to just move up to the bird or the mummy? Whoa, what just happened?
At this time, I do not.
Well,
Okay.
I was gonna say if you moved up towards me, he could probably get. Oh, because he's next to me, he probably could get flanking, right?
Flanking is somewhere across.
Yeah. I'm perfectly in the way.
Okay. I'm going to go to the mummy then. What is he going to do? Well, the first thing he's going to do is get out of that stupid thing. He's going to go over here. Well, he burned that. Can't do that. Ooh.
You know it's bad when the DM's just like, ooh, what? Ooh, ah.
So he's going to try and dispel. He's going to try and dispel spirit guardians. And I have to, that's a 3rd level spell, so the DC is 13? Yes.
Yep.
How smart is this guy? He's smart enough. Okay, so I have to do a spell.
Not smart enough.
Spell casting ability. My spell casting ability is wisdom. So let's do a wisdom check. Skills. No, abilities. Checks. Wisdom. Can he do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that takes down spirit guardians. And that is his turn. So we will go to this guy.
How do I get rid of the Spirit Guardian's effect?
I can. Oh. How do we? I go to you and I go to effects. Wait a minute. It's not in the ruler. What? Conditions?
Is it actually in the spell itself?
I don't know what is making that effect. Because that's a new effect. It didn't used to do that. I don't
Should
know.
I just click the Spirit Guardians again?
I'm just looking. Oh, wait a minute. Effect controls. Is this some newfangled feature they put in that I don't understand? I don't know what's doing it. I'm gonna say leave it because I don't want to troubleshoot Foundry for 20 minutes. But
Okay.
I will try to figure that out later. If I move you, because it moves with you.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's got to be
It's
somewhere.
not active. I think is the correct answer.
What was that?
I said it's just not active, I think is the correct answer.
Yeah, it's just not active.
Okay.
So this guy's gonna go, how smart is this? Let's do an intelligence check to see how smart it is. Smart enough. Okay. So it is going to move up here and go after Liz one more time. So it's going to swipe and claw at you. I think it's got 2 hits.
Yeah, those both hit.
Yep. So it'll swipe and claw you, or beak and claw you, and that is its turn. And that takes us to Anvar.
I'm gonna move weapon to attack the thing to the south. So.
You want it there?
Yep.
Okay.
And how do I swing an attack with it?
That's a good question. I have to make you an attack for it, but spiritual weapon is. You make a melee spell attack.
So wisdom check.
Yeah, This is basically your spell casting modifier. And that will certainly hit, and it will do 1d8 plus your spell casting modifier.
So, hang on. My spellcasting modifier is somewhere around here. +4. So, d8 +4.
Spell attack.
So, 5 points.
5 points force. Weapon usage is action. It's a bonus action. Weapon attack type is melee spell attack. Damage is damage. 1d8 plus 4, you said?
Yes.
I'm just adding an ability to your character sheet
Ah,
that will let you roll for a spiritual weapon attack in the future. So it should be under your
Okay.
attacks. I spelled it wrong, but I'll fix it and I'll put an icon on it later. Okay, 5 damage. Okay. You're starting to draw some weird, spory blood out of this thing. That's your bonus
Okay.
act. What else?
I'm going to Sacred Flame him. Actually, I'm going to roll the dice on this and do a Toll the Dead.
What is my save? Wisdom?
Yep. And technically, it will also have a Blessed Strike effect if I can find it. There it is.
I think it passed.
Yeah, it sure did.
And it also seems to shrug it off. Like it also seems to just completely shrug it off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I figured it was worth a shot.
Yep. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I want to move at least in front of Lolly so he doesn't come straight at him.
Yep. That will take us to Lolly then. Deception.
Yep.
Oh,
It actually won.
ooh, that was close.
I wouldn't have hit it anyway. So that was
Nope.
a quick turn.
Well, you would have had advantage, right?
Yeah.
Liz, it is your turn.
Now I'm pissed they didn't stay in my little bug thing. 'Cause I
I was
can't
rolling.
move.
I was rolling intelligence against DC 10 to know if it was smart enough to get in or out of the bugs.
Just like, bugs! Yeah. So... I'm between curing myself and just hitting the shit out of this thing. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it through another turn. Alright, I'll do one more. I'm gonna hit this thing.
Okay. 19 will hit. 5 damage. And it is you hit it. It's injured. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think, well, no, because nope, I'm gonna stay there because I don't want this thing to hit me with an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Robert, your turn.
Okay.
If you come on the other side of me, then you'll be flanking, and you'll get advantage.
The other side of you, like.
No, so the other side of the enemy from
Right.
Liz.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna move here-ish,
Yep.
and that would give me advantage, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to hit it.
And then there's a little plus sign in the attack box in your Morningstar. So that's how you roll advantage.
Okay.
Yep. 22 will hit.
Okay. You're pretty low on health, right? So I need to just absolutely hit the crap out of this thing, don't I?
Well, you did 7 damage, so yeah. You get 2 attacks though, right?
I do.
Yeah, he does.
Wait.
Hang on. I'm trying to see if there's something I can do to help her out. Keep her alive a little bit longer. I don't
I
see.
think you have to do a second attack.
Yeah, if you open with an attack, you can take another attack. Otherwise, you kind of have to pick each turn what you want to do between your action and your bonus action.
Got it.
Ooh, almost crit. But
Wow.
roll the there you go. Because you never know, you might get a crit.
Right.
So that'll be 11 damage. And it is.
Yep.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm decided not to do it. So go ahead, say your thing.
Then that's it, I think. Do you have a bonus action?
Wasn't that the bonus action?
No, that's a,
No.
a
I get-
second attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's just your second attack.
So you do have, if you want to look like on your spells, you have. Oh, did you move Hunter's Mark to that thing?
No, it's on the other
mummy.
thing.
Oh, it's on the Mummy
Moves
Lord.
to the
Okay.
mummy.
So for like bonus actions, you have spells. You have Compelled Duel,
Yeah.
Shield of Faith. Well, Wrathful Smite doesn't matter.
Compelled
I mean,
Duel might be useful at this point because it would get the thing attacking you, right?
Yeah. So last turn I was thinking of using it on the mummy, but I think I want to use it here on the bird thing.
So you just roll it, and I make a Wisdom save against it. Let's see how that goes.
Oh,
God, I'm just killing saving throws tonight.
God damn it, Graham.
Sorry. I don't have fudge dice installed. I think that is yeah, that's everything. So that takes us to the Mummy Lord. What is the Mummy Lord going to do? Oh. I don't want to do that. I think it is going to. Does spiritual weapon trigger attacks of opportunity? I don't think it does.
I never thought it did, but I don't actually know what the real rule is.
I don't think it does either. So it's gonna shamble down here. 35 feet. Can I do it? Yeah, it's going to Sacred Flame you.
What?
Bar.
So wisdom save, right? Dex
Yep.
save.
Dex.
By 1.
Well, it would actually be a +4 to that. Because it's not applying.
I'm not. Am I not close enough to? Am I close enough to Robert at this point, or am I too far away?
Oh, you're too far away. Sorry. Never mind. But you still pass. Oh wait, no, you fail.
I failed.
So it's
So it takes
11
11.
radiant damage. Yep.
I find it really funny that they're using radiant damage.
Hey. Something 5e something. Okay. That's the Mummy Lord's turn. Now we go to the Vrock, which has to fight Robert. Oh no, it doesn't have to fight Robert, does it? But you did hit it last, so it is going to attack you with the beak and the talons, Robert. And we'll see if any of this. Nope. Nope. That was a good turn. Anvar, it is your turn.
Okay. Oops. Let's see if I can get the spiritual weapon to move.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can't.
I need to make you a token for the spiritual weapon that you control. Is that good?
And I just my now fighting me. Somewhere it moved the virtual tabletop and couldn't tell you where. That's annoying.
What happened?
I have too many tabs open, and so decided to move the
Oh.
tabletop to somewhere else. So I guess I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm going to move a little bit closer to the Mummy Lord and then Sacred Flame it, and you'll have to roll it while I still hunt around for where the heck the virtual tabletop went.
Do you want to do full movement? You can get almost up to it if you full move.
There's no real point because I'm not going to hit it with my melee weapon. So, I mean, I just want to make it so it can't just
Run by
completely
you.
get away. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put you somewhere. Okay, so I'm assuming you want spiritual weapon to attack.
Yes. And then I'll Sacred Flame him.
Yep. Okay, so I will roll the spiritual weapon. I got a 24, which will, assuming that hits. Yeah, that hits. So I will apply 8 damage from that.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to Foundry. That's a feature, right?
I can't help you on how many tabs you have. And then Sacred Flame. You guys are just having a Sacred Flame duel. He's gonna. Or he did Sacred. Oh, that's why. Okay, he's gonna make a Dex save. Oh, look, he's not proficient in that. And that will hit for
48.
Why did it only roll 3d8?
It's not applying the Blessed Strike automatically.
Oh, okay. So it'll do 16 plus 3 is 19 radiant. Does radiant care for him?
I'm back in. I don't know what happened. It like closed the tab on me.
Weird. So what did I say? 19 damage? He is starting to look pretty injured, and that will take us to Lolly.
Just move slightly down, and I'm going to shoot at him again. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to do roll. Shit.
The thing?
Yeah.
Are they immune to that after they save it, by any chance?
No, I don't think so.
Which one is that? Insightful Fighting?
Yep. I think I can just do it every turn. Bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, cool. So the 17 would hit. So you get to do your damage. So it's 5 plus a bunch. 5 plus 13 is 18 total. So that's 18 damage. It is starting to look very beat up from all of these hits. That'll take us to Liz.
Okay. How's this guy in front of me looking?
He's been hit a few times.
Okay.
You're playing the arm roll tonight.
Just going off on your own and then beating the shit out of things.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think I get advantage on that.
You do have advantage on this. Shalalalali. 15 hits.
Oh,
14. See.
So there's 8.
The other good thing with Kellic, he never missed. Ever.
It was incredibly consistent. So that's action. Do you want to move or bonus act?
no, I'm good. Is the human next to me just still flailing, though?
He is slowly stopping twitching. Like he's continuing to twitch, but slower and slower. And
Like he's dying?
like moaning and gurgling while this is happening. Yeah, you'd have to guess he's not in a good way.
Okay. Just curious. Because I freed him, but then I was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of stuff around it.
Yeah, you'd have to guess that cutting him out, maybe the vines were actually keeping him alive in a horrible way.
Yeah.
And that'll take us to Robert. Robert Palidonson, whatever French is for whatever number you are.
Sep, maybe?
Yay, crit!
Hey, that's a crit.
Sorry, that was a microphone. I said I was gonna smack this guy again. Really inventive. So okay.
Not a great crit roll, but still, crit, yay!
Might be useful using a smite at this point. Divine smite.
Does advantage still matter at all, or no? Does it add anything?
No, you just pick the spell level and then roll the damage and we double it.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
because
under
it's a crit. Oh, dude. Divine Smite.
features improved divine smite or divine smite?
Improved divine smite. It's just you get it once you're at a certain level. Which
Hey, improved divine smite means all of your melee attacks do an extra 1d8 radiant damage. Period.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Completely forgot about that. So you can roll an extra 1d8 and then you can you can smite on top of that.
You'd be rolling additional 2d8, right, in this case? Because it's crit?
Yes. So you can add 2d8 radiant damage for free. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean +2. So take off that +2, but that's an 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I roll another one?
Well, if you want a divine smite to get the actual smite ability, you pick what spell slot you want to spend, first, second, or third. And then it does damage based on the spell slot.
I think he was asking for the crit one first, though.
Correct.
So the improved divine strike should give you another d8 because it was a crit.
Right.
I'll just double it. I'll just double or you can roll another d8. Okay, so we've got 8 plus 8 plus 6. And then if you want to use Divine Smite, you pick the spell slot. Wait, what is happening?
Got it. So it improves the modifier. So I have to do... Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I deleted the extra one. So for Divine Smite, if you burn a first level slot, it's 2d8. Second level slot, 3d8.
It's not giving me the option of selecting the spell slot.
You just have to delete it from the count. So just tell me which spell slot you want to use and I'll...
1.
Okay. So roll 4d8.
Is there a quick way to do 4 of them?
Oh, you
my
can
God. Oh my God. What is happening?
I see it.
What?
Or you can literally just type in 48, like /r 48. It would do it.
Got it.
Yep. Remember, you okay over there?
No. I have lost control of Foundry. It is scrolling the chat endlessly and zooming my screen all over.
Oh, wow.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm just going to close that. And close that. Did I hit something on my... Oh, this is my computer doing this.
Is your mouse continuously scrolling?
There we go. What the... No. Oh my god. What the hell? Well, I've never seen this error before. Oh, it stopped. Nope, it didn't stop. Windows, what are you doing?
Hey, Graham.
Always
Yeah.
a good question to ask.
I think it's bedtime for us.
Okay. I might do that because my computer stopped doing whatever it was doing.
Well, we were like, after that, we were like, oh, maybe this is a good time. Even
Well,
though
it
we're
did
in the
just
middle
stop.
of a fight, but yeah.
How many hit points? Well, I lost my DM controls. That's great.
14 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8. So, like a lot. 28, no, 48, no. Yeah, 28 plus, so 34 damage.
Okay, let me apply that and then I can pause because the game won't move. Come on, loader. I just want to apply it before I turn this off then because I won't remember this at all next time.
Yeah, next time we'll just say, how many hit points does he have? Yeah, that's how many we had hit.
That was bizarre. I'll have to link the exact. Okay, what was it? How much was it total?
34.
Okay. It's not dead, but it's damn near dead. Cool. Well, we can pause there. I will try not to change the game state at all. Yeah. Cool. If you guys want to go to bed, we can stop and pick up next week.
Yeah, we're pretty tired.
Okay.
Sorry. Normally I'd stay up later, but like it's been a long week because I had a corporate visit, and
Okay.
Alex has been getting up at 6 a.m. for her new job. So
Yeah. And this fight went to round 5 so far, which is not common. So there you go. Usually it's like 3 rounds. Okay. Well then.
I thought it was going to be a lot quicker than it ended up being, too.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks for running.
Thanks for running.
Talk to you all.
Thanks for being patient.
Yep. Talk to everybody later.
Welcome to the group, Robert.
Ha,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
And
Catch you next week.